Need a freaking. Let me figure out how these guys have like chat overlays. That's what the freak I need to freaking do. Oh, what's going on, fellas? I see y'all in here. See if I can wait till a few more people get in here. Oh, I just got back from freaking Chicago. Working out there. Tired as heck. Yeah, the setup should be fine because I'm still running the same setup I did last time. I have to oh yeah, I mean I can tell you plenty good. I'm about to make a video about scammers trying to scam like me and TK, the pressure dealers, so they can get cars, get demons for MSRP. That happened over the weekend. So I haven't really made any dealership videos because I mean I'm just like so cautious about what to make videos on, trying to help people out get their demons right now. But I mean, there's been like 2 or 3 people that they want to basically, get us to pressure dealerships, and so they can export vehicles and crap. And so like, dude hit me with this whole big old sob story. I gave the information to Dodge. Dodge did some investigating, and then the owner of the dealership group, I DM'd him on Instagram, and he was pretty cool about the whole thing. He called me. I was in the airport. We had a conversation about 30, 40 minutes about the whole thing. He was cool. He was straight up, and he was basically saying that, hey, the prices on these demons, they are what they are. I don't have to, scam somebody out of a few thousands of dollars, for these cars. I mean, I got like 9 dealerships, so yeah. So that video, I was about to make that video for today. So that's why I don't have a video premiering today. That was gonna be my video for today. But yeah, I found the dude was a scammer. Dodge told me that they did some research. He appears to be a scammer. The dealership thought he was a scammer. The owner told me that he's a scammer. His name was different when he showed up. He showed up with like the trade that he says that the dealership wouldn't honor. The trade basically had tags from one place and and the license plate from another place, and both of those are in like states that people who like to scam vehicles on, they had that's where he had his cars done at, like this one trade vehicle. So yeah, it just wild. Let me see. Tell us something good. Oh yeah, Dark Horse. I have a connection now to Ford. That all I really got to do is just basically talk to them, and I could probably get my Dark Horse order pushed through the system. But I'm not really going to worry about pushing a Dark Horse right now. I'm just trying to concentrate on this whole demon situation, and if I need to get a Dark Horse order pushed up, I'm gonna try to do it. My main thing is make sure everybody get the demons taken care of, and that's basically what's gonna happen with that. Just trying to do that. I mean, but I'll just say that like I'll worry about the Dark Horse a little bit later. TK last post was crazy. Yeah, his last video was wild. So I'm gonna go talk to Kernersville Dodge. I'm gonna try to talk to them tomorrow. I might go to Kernersville Dodge because they are very close to my house. They are the second closest dealership that's close to my house. So I might go show up there in person tomorrow and ask them straight up what happened with this guy's car, and see what all happened, if they're going to basically try to cut the guy a check, because if they really did damage his car in the service department, they should have either fixed his car or paid to fix his car. So I might go to Kernsville Dodge tomorrow. That might happen. Let me see. Saw a video today about around 3500 EV. Yeah, I haven't really looked at videos lately because I just been like night and day, just trying to make sure that, I help people get their demons. That's basically been like my priority for the last, well, pretty much 5 weeks now. So we're in February. So about the last 5 weeks, it's been nonstop trying to help people get demons. Right. And I mean, I kind of hate that, I almost fell for that daggone scammer. And, and that part just sucked. Now, why can I not go? But luckily for me, I did not make the video. I was getting ready to make the video, but luckily for me, I did my research, because you always got to do your research, especially now that two scammers try to reach out to me to get me to pressure dealerships. Definitely gonna be very cautious making videos about dealerships. I'm going to investigate the whole part of the story and try to help manage the situation privately before I make it public. Let's see. Let's see. But just heard that the Demon 170 not hitting 250 miles per hour. I mean, I kind of expected that would happen. I mean, I don't know what everyone would expect with tires that's rated at 150. I'm gonna definitely do a video about it. I mean, I just think that on one hand, you just had to know that a Demon can only do 150. I mean, it's supposed to be the quickest, Demon in the quarter mile. Like it's a drag strip car. I would not expect like a funny car to go through the Texas mile. A funny car is like is a drag prepped vehicle. It's not meant to go the quarter, not a quarter mile, but a full mile flat out. I mean, I wouldn't think a top fuel dragster would do the same thing too. So I don't know why people would expect that to happen with a Demon 170. I mean, it's bad advertising on Dodge's part, because they blasted everywhere that this vehicle would do 215 miles per hour. And if anything, what they should have did, they should have had a Demon 170 basically set up without a crate to do 215 miles per hour. But once let's say you bought a crate option, the carbon wheels is in that crate, and you have like a brand new ECU in there that's limited to 150. That's supposed to be specifically set up to drag race. But I think Dodge should have did a Demon crate. That way, when you're on street tires, street rims, you can go smoke a red eye. But when you got that crate on, you got those wheels on, you got the ECU in there, and maybe a drive shaft in there or whatever. Since I think part of the reason they said is a hardened drive shaft in there. So I think they should have did a Demon crate in there. Cut back on the shorts. Love your content, but the shorts feel like a bombardment. Yeah, every angle. Like, my only reason I'm doing the YouTube shorts is because YouTube shorts bring in a lot of new people to my channel. Like, before I did YouTube shorts, I was growing, but I was not growing fast. But now since I've done YouTube shorts, it's bringing in a lot more people. And then based on analytics, all right, let me look at my analytics. Based on my analytics, let me go to all videos. Yeah, based on my analytics, that based on my analytics, about 80% of people who join this channel from YouTube Shorts, they watch my shorts and my long videos. So I only did 3 shorts a day, only because I had so much content that I didn't post from when the whole soda story happened. So I had videos from from like January, that I did not post as shorts. So I just had extra shorts that I would have had scheduled out to March. So I think this right here could be the last week for 3 shorts a day. I'm going to just mainly go back to where I had them, where I have a short at 12, I have a short at 8 o'clock, and that's it. Only did 3 shorts a day for the last 2 weeks because I had just so much extra short content that I had to get rid of them. Let me see. Most I do, yeah. Basically, those tires. I'm definitely gonna make a video about this. I just didn't have time to make a video today because I was working in Chicago over the weekend, and I was basically out of town while all this whole thing going down. I gotta kind of fix my setup so I can either do a live stream or record while I'm away on client sites. Because if you guys do not know, I'm like an IT, basically like field manager. So sometimes I gotta go work out of state at different client sites. So this was like a new client, and I was supposed to only be gone a day, but it ended up being like almost 3 days. So I basically missed the whole weekend when all this stuff broke out about the Demon 170 being limited like 149. But I'm not really surprised that it will be reached. I would not be. I'm not surprised that it's limited to 149. I'm just surprised that Dodge would push everywhere that his car can get 215 miles per hour when they knew for a fact that they had to limit the car by law at 149 because of the tires, or 151 or 152. I did talk to someone within Dodge, and it did say that it will go over 149 miles per hour, but it will do it temporary, and it's within the legal limit that this person told me. It was someone pretty high up that they told me that the car would do 151, 52 miles per hour, but only briefly, and that's within the legal limit that it could do. But I'm definitely gonna make a video about that. That they should have did a crate that had an unlocked ECU in it, and it should have been, another little thing on the waiver to sign that, hey, look, we're gonna give you an unlocked ECU in the Demon crate. You are not advised to run that ECU with those drag wheels. If you do, anything that happens is on you, right? It could have been that simple. They already had people signing waivers about, not driving in the rain or this other crap. They could at least put a race ECU in a crate and put on there that, hey, if you drive this car with this limiter off and you go over 149, it's on you. But that's what they should have did. Yeah. At this point, buy red out, why buy it for way less? Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was saying that Dodge should have not even, even really make Hellcats and Reddits here. What in the world?
We going to bed. All right. Okay, come on.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah. Hey, should be going to bed. School night. Let's see. But yeah. Honestly, a red eye is a. I hate to say it, but a red eye is basically your best of both worlds. You got a vehicle that can do a top speed run, and depending on how you do it, you can go put on some drag radials on it, and you can be a pretty competitive car at a drag strip. But I mean, the Demon 170 to me is just basically just a drag strip only prepped vehicle. And I even talked to people from Dodge today, and all of them kept telling me about that video that everyone is sending them from Hennessy about the 812, I guess, GTS smoking a Demon and on their little track. But that's not really what the Demon is meant for. The Demon 170 is meant for prep drag times. I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, I'm pretty sure that no one will really be surprised by the 2018 Demon getting smoked by supercars on like a street. But when you put that supercar on the track with a Demon 170, I'm pretty sure Demon 170 is going to beat it. But I think people just got caught up with it. I think people just got caught up with the fact that the 2018 Demon was this mystical beast, and they thought that this particular Demon 170 would be like, better than that. But I mean, it is what it is. I think Dodge fueled some of this crap when they kept saying this car go 215 miles per hour. Like they had let me see, where's the Dodge? Sure, I'll show you right here. They got right here still on their web page. You can see right here, right on their web page. They still have on their last call Las Vegas 215 miles per hour. Right, they still had that on there on their YouTube video. So they're probably going to, if somebody from Dodge watches this, they're probably like, oh crap, we forgot to remove the videos that we posted last year. So You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and record. I'm gonna go ahead and save this before they delete this. Um, if you want a good way to save a YouTube video, this is the best way to save a YouTube video. You go right here behind the YouTube part and type in PI, and right there, so YouTubePI.com, push enter, and it'll basically start downloading the video. So I don't know if anybody really knew that, but that's how I be getting all these clips of my videos. So we'll go ahead and convert, and it's really that simple. So I'm gonna make sure I save this one, and I think there's one more with the I think there's one more with the leprechaun jumping out of the plane. So I'll make sure I save this. That one's saved. Let me see. Let me go get the other one. Oh, that's Days of Thunder. I don't know why that's on there. Dodge, Las Vegas. I think it was Tripwire. Dodge, Las Vegas, and Tripwire. I'm pretty sure that was the one. Where's my stream at? I could have sworn I had my stream open. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Now I can see what I'm actually doing over here. Let me go ahead and save this one. Come in behind the E, YouTube Pi, push enter. Boom, go ahead and save this one. Boom, there we go, convert. It's that freaking simple, bro. I know people go like, how do he be getting high quality footage for his videos? There you go, right there. Boom, saved, done. So I'm good. So if Dodge try to take this video down, I already have a copy of it. But I mean, that's basically what they did right there. Let me go back. But I mean, heck, you can let me move myself a little bit smaller. But you can see right here, the little leprechaun jumping out of the plane. Here we go, 140. Then he talking about he can go faster. Then he flies in. I mean, this is still on Dodge's website. I mean, it's on YouTube. So Dodge is like telling you that this car can do 140. Boom, right there, 140. The leprechaun looks at the 140 and he goes faster. I mean, it's just so many different ways they just mess up the marketing campaign that it's crazy. Let me go down to the next comment. Oh damn, you know, I'm damn losing through comments. Let me start from the bottom, go up. Demons going for 130, okay, on Auto Trader. Shoot, the 2018 Demons, they were going for like 105, 110 at Barrett Jackson. Like, these demon values are tanking. And I don't think it's just because of this crap with Dodge. I'm pretty sure they're tanking because people are just fed up with these dealers. People are fed up with Dodge. And people are just get both of them put together and they're just fed up with both of them. And so you even see 2018 Demons about to, I think you're going to see 2018 Demons going for under 100K. I mean, that's how bad the values are getting. Yeah, definitely. Definitely not you. Like, I mean, I would never try to go 200 miles per hour in a Demon 170 because that car was designed to take the hit. They go from 0 to 150. And I'm pretty sure I don't want to go from 150 to 215 in that car. That's already crazy. And there's other cars that's built specifically to do that. That's a supercar, right? I mean, if anything, what I wish Dodge would have done, I wish Dodge would have, let's say, taken the Charger. I think we can all agree that the Charger looks more aerodynamic compared to the Challenger. I would have loved for Dodge to take a Charger, take the four-door Charger and make it a top speed monster. Like, throw in the Demon 170 engine and pretty much make that sucker a top speed car that go like 220, 230, whatever. I mean, if they got to go get special tires from Michelin or whoever they get tires from, do that. But you could have had a top speed Charger that people could have got limited by, like, 3,300, mile. Oh, well, not 3,300 miles, but 3,300 units. So make 3,300 units of a top speed Charger, and make 3,300 units of a top speed, no, not top speed, but a drag strip monster. I mean, you could have had, I think the code name they used a few years ago that they had trademark for was the Angel. So it would have been awesome if they would have had a 3,000 unit Charger Angel top speed monster and 3,000 units of a top quarter mile monster in the Demon, the Challenger Demon. So, I mean, you would have had over 6,000 opportunities to get one of these two cars instead of having 6 sticker pack cars that the only one out of 6 was even any kind of good was the Charger Super B Special Edition that had the 392 in it. That basically had the drag suspension in it. That was really the only sticker pack car other than the Demon 170 that was actually any good. So I think Dodge just kind of missed the boat here, and I think it's just another PR hit, because it's already a PR hit with them getting rid of the Hemi and they're going with an inline 6 vehicle. But it's already gonna be another hit that now this happened. And then I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I already know of people who are going to start suing Dodge within the next several months. Exactly, and especially over the Demon, right? I mean, there's a lot of Demons that have problems with them. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I mean, there's a lot of people who are going to put in diminished value claims against Dodge with the Demons, because there are people who have damaged Demon 170s arriving to the dealership and they're repainted. And I'm going to say this, like, if you're going to have a collector car, you best make sure that if someone at the plant scratches the paint and you have to respray the car, I would say you need to respray the entire car, because this was brought to my attention that, Barrett, Jackson, Meekum, and them, they take paint readings of your car. So if you have sections of your car that has paint readings on it that's out of whack, they're going to think that you're the one who did that crap, and you're going to get a diminished value on your collector car. I mean, so I think, yeah, damaged Demons, touch up damaged Demons. That's right. And shoot, one guy, he showed me that his Demon 170 has a Carfax report on it before he bought it. Like, I'm gonna let him talk about it in his video, but he has a Demon 170 that already has a Carfax accident on it, or a Carfax repair on it, before he actually bought his Demon. Like, that one is like crazy. Yeah, Sovereign. He literally showed me the Carfax report with his Demon's VIN on it, and it's before he bought his Demon. Like, it's wild. Like, I'm gonna let him talk about it. I'm not gonna talk about it too much, but it's crazy the stuff going on behind the scenes. Now, I know some people would say that, since I was, on the stage with, Dodge and Goldberg and all that crap, that, I kind of sold out to Dodge. I'm not really talking bad about them, but I mean, I just had way more pressing things to handle with these Demons, because it's almost like every day someone is messaging me brand new that, oh my gosh, this happened with my Demons, so I'm having to stop what I'm doing to help people with their Demons, right? So, I mean, it just wild what's going on. But yeah, I got this frame right here. But yeah, Dodge just advertised that, this vehicle go to like 140. I think the original Demon was, top speed was like 140 without the race ECU. And then the Demon will go, this Demon will look like it's going faster, and then he looks back at his watch again, and boom, he's going way faster. So, I mean, that's what Dodge has on their website or on YouTube. But if we go to Dodge 215 miles per hour, it literally says that in the description of the video. Right? It literally tells you right there in the description of the video that last call Las Vegas, scream at 215 miles per hour. And this is still on their website. still on their website. So I can only imagine that if somebody from Dodge is watching this, these 2 videos might get taken down probably in the next few days, or at the bare minimum, these videos are going to get edited in the name change, because this one right here, they could probably just change the name. Now, it'd be funny if tomorrow I look at this video and it says, last call Las Vegas, scream at 149 miles per hour or 152 miles per hour. It'd be funny if they did that crap. Let's see. Yeah, refurbished Demon 170s. Like, it's crazy that I know at least, I think I know at least 5 or 6 people with Demon 170s that were repainted at the plant, or they was repainted during transport. And they can 100% prove that it was repainted, because I'm going to say that if anybody is going to get a Demon 170, if you still are looking for a Demon 170 right now and you want to go buy one, take a paint gauge with you and check every single panel, because that's exactly what these guys did. And there's another guy that's about to come up. This is going to hit YouTube in probably the next week or two, that there are guys who are putting their cars up on a rack for storage, and they look underneath their car, and the whole underside of the car is corroded. Just like they had that whole thing with, just like they had the whole thing last year with Ford, all those F-150s that was sitting out there at the airports and out there at the Kentucky Speedway, and the whole underside of the F-150s was corroded. The same thing has happened with these Demon 170s. Because come to find out, you know, these cars, they were sitting outside complete for months. There's snow outside, there's salt outside. And then I think I learned that they drive these cars to another location. They don't truck them to another location. They actually drive these cars on salted roads to another location. And I mean, what is the whole point of doing an enclosed transit if you got plant workers driving a car around outside in the snow? I mean, I would think, if anything, that Dodge would set up tents and had these vehicles parked inside tents until they got out the plant. Because that's the same thing that Ram does. If you go look at a Google Maps of the Sterling Heights Assembly Plant, I'll pull it up right now. If you go look at a Google Maps of Sterling Heights Assembly Plant, Sterling Heights Assembly Plant, there is a giant tent. Let me go look at the layers. Yeah. There's a giant tent right here. So let me move this over. This right here is Sterling Heights Assembly Plant. But you will see right there, there is a giant tent right there that these guys go and repair Ram trucks in this tent outside. And depending on the time of the year, they'll put up more tents to repair Ram trucks outside of the plant. So all these vehicles right here in this area, every last vehicle in this area, all these are trucks that are needed of repairs. Every last one of them. All these vehicles are trucks that needs to be repaired. They're all parked in this area because something has to be fixed on them. And they all go within this tent right here to get fixed. It's basically like a little mini assembly line. They'll go pull them in, I think like one truck per arm. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you got about 16 vehicles that can get repaired in this tent. Like, I know a lot of people don't really know this, but yeah. These vehicles, a lot of these vehicles, when they go down assembly line, some stuff happened to them. And sometimes they have to be fixed. And so, like, another thing a lot of people don't realize this is these plants, they all have body shops in them. So sometimes a car might get scratched during final assembly, and then they'll take the car right over to the body shop within the plant, and they'll repaint the car or repaint the sections of the car, and no one would know. Because since it's not being painted at a dealership, it doesn't go on a Carfax report. So there's a pretty good likelihood that if you're if you got a new vehicle and you never checked the paint on it, you might have gotten a vehicle that had gotten painted from the plant. But yeah, this plant, this tent right here is a repair tent, and all these trucks over here are all trucks that needs to be repaired from coming off the line. Now there may be various repairs. Now this tent, they don't paint cars in this tent. There's a paint booth somewhere in this plant. Somewhere in this plant, there is an individual paint booth that vehicles will get parked somewhere in the plant, and they will work on that individual vehicle and they'll paint it. This paint shop is separate from the actual assembly line paint booths. It's like a regular plain Jane paint shop, just like you'll find at really any dealership. It's like just basically like a little spot like that. The assembly line, they got their own little paint thing. They're not going to, if your car gets scratched, they're not going to take the car apart and then run it back down the assembly line to get it repainted again. They're going to basically sit it off to the side and repaint it. But like I said, this this long blue building, they drive the vehicles in there, and this is where the BSR track is at, right? So you go in there, you make the little turn, then you got a little turnaround right there, then you turn back down here, and that's basically how you get out. So this right here is the BSR track. That's the buzz, squeak, and rattle track. And so that's where all your vehicles go once they get assembled, down that one track. But like I said, this tent right here, that is a repair tent. Let's see. Yep. Leaving the elements is basically treat them like junk. Yep. Well, I mean, that's a lot of space they would have. I mean, when you're churning out, I think Shap can turn out what 1,500 vehicles a day. That's a lot of vehicles to store inside. I mean, it's not like it's like a low volume producer where you might produce maybe a dozen, 2 dozen cars a day where you can actually sit them inside, or your assembly plant is in the South. Now, if they made assembly plants in the South, you wouldn't worry about this because at worst it's gonna be rain that's gonna come in the South, right? So all these plants are freaking up in Michigan, right? That's where the Sterling Heights assembly plant is at. Windsor assembly plant is over there somewhere. Brampton is like I forgot exactly where Brampton is. I know Brampton's over here somewhere. Yeah, there go Brampton right there. So Brampton right there. Shoot, y'all see all the damn snow that Buffalo be getting for the Super Bowl, for the the playoff run they get. So Brampton's right there across the water. So they just have these plants in terrible spots. But let me see. Yeah, let's go to a Brampton assembly plant. Let's go to Brampton assembly plant. Here we go. Brampton Fiat Chrysler assembly. Let's see. Do they have a repair tent sitting outside? What is this? Oh, this is probably another little test track. How it's set up. Probably a little test track. Yeah, you gotta watch out for these tents. So this might be a repair tent. That's the only other tent that I see. And I'm gonna put it out there. Now I think if anything, this right here might be the repair tent for Brampton, because all the cars are parked right there. So that's probably what that building is right there. Like I got 3 bays on it. So yeah, this might be the repair tent for Brampton. So all those cars were sitting like probably right here in this fenced area in the snow. Let me see. Dodge is going to reveal the EV charger. Yeah, I saw the report. It's going to be quite interesting. I'll tell you that. Let's see. Dodge will be another Tesla. They might be another Tesla once all these once they get rid of all these engines. But oh yeah, Tim says, look, I love the 5.7. I love the 5.7. Him and yep. And honestly, I believe if anything, they should take the 5.7 and redo it, like revamp the 5.7, put a turbo or two on it, make it 800 horsepower, and there you go. Small displacement, turbocharged, and it should make 800 horsepower. Because if Ford could take a 5-liter Coyote and put a supercharger on it and make that GTD Mustang that's like 700 horsepower with a couple more cubic inches of displacement, they should be able to do the same thing. I mean, it's already crazy that those Hurricanes, I think one of the Hurricanes has 28 pounds of boost. So it's already crazy a Hurricane can do that crap, but they can't get a 5.7 revamped to do 800 horsepower with like a twin turbo kit on it from the factory. But yeah, that's brand. Now I can't remember where in the world. I wonder if I can find the Penske plant where the cars are going to. Let's see if I can find Penske. Yeah, I don't have the address for where they send all the cars to. I'm gonna hit up my buddy that works at Brampton and see if he give me the address to where the Penske plant is at, where they paint the demons. Because there's a bunch of them still sitting there. Did I still have? Okay, yeah. Let me go over here. My buddy update his numbers today. Let's see, 2-4. Yeah, so yesterday there's still about there's less than 500 demons still sitting up there in Canada waiting to be shipped. Let me pull my calculator out. So that is 3301 minus 2821. So you got about 480 Demon 170s still sitting at the plant. They got to be released in the next about 6 to 8 weeks. So if you thought it was bad for Demons right now, wait till you get another 500 cars to hit the market within 8 weeks, and the value's going to get tanked even more. Hey, what's going on, Eric Tate? What's going on, bro? Let me see. They made the Pacifica. Yeah, they made the Pacifica over there at Windsor. That plant. I got to talk to my buddy that works at Windsor, but I know he was saying that line is pretty much ready, almost ready to go for the next gen Charger. I was talking to my buddy that works at the Sterling Heights assembly plant, and he was telling me the line that is going to make the line's going to make the Ram Charger and the Ram Rev. That assembly line should be up by May, and they're going to start making the Ram Rev and the Ram Charger sometime over the summertime. So around May. So the end of May, we should see Ram Revs and Ram Chargers probably July, August. Those trucks are going to be rolling out of Sterling Heights assembly plant. Let me see. For yes, I'm looking right here. There's still roughly about 350, so about 350 Demon 170 with carbon wheel cars still not been released. Let me get the exact number. 826 minus 452. Yeah, so there's still 374 Demon 170s out of the 480 that has carbon fiber wheels that has not been released yet. So you're going to have a nice chunk of carbon wheel Demon 170s getting released all at the same time. That's going to be wild. And then, I'm looking at the number right here. Satin black hood, roof, and deck lid. There's still about it's about 300 of those get released. So that's why there's a lot of cars still sitting up there at Penske. Because from what I was told, that there is Penske is having a hard time painting the matte black paint on these Demon 170s. So that's why these cars are sitting outside around Penske, and they're just churning them out like not that many of them, but there's a lot of cars that's still sitting. And then the other reason, carbon fiber wheels. The people who produce the carbon fiber wheels, they can't make enough of them, so they're just taking their time. So that's why you see the last 400 and I think it's 80 cars. Majority of them need the paint from the matte paint, the satin matte paint, and need the carbon fiber wheels. So you can have the most desirable versions of the D170, all of them hit the market at the same time. You might start seeing D170s selling for under 200K on the regular, because that's a lot of cars hitting the market at the same time, and people are going to try to get out of them quick because these dealers are going to have them suckers. They're going to hold these cars hostage because so many people, they wanted to buy these cars at $90,000 over, $100,000 over, and the dealers are going to want their money, or they're going to hold the car up from you. But yeah, it is wild with these cars. It is just wild. But yeah, the whole yeah, carbon fiber wheels will be a nightmare, to be honest. That's why most people who have carbon fiber wheels on their Demons, if they're storing their Demons, they're just keeping it stored with the wheels on there. If someone is driving their car with carbon fiber wheels, or basically what they're doing is they're buying welded wheels because they're way lighter than these carbon fiber wheels are. They're basically sit them in the corner and going to just let them sit there until they resell the Demon, and they're going to run around with weld wheels on. But Dodge has really stepped in the doo doo with this whole 149 mile per hour crap. Let me go back to my other. But yeah, it's just crazy. Let's see, Demon 149. I know a bunch of people had talked about it. Now I know Demon 170 right here. I know he pretty much was like the first person to bring it up. But yeah, he has it right there. 4 months ago, he pretty much raised the alarm right there. 4 months ago, got on like 1,000 views on there. To my, he has proof directly from Dodge that the car would not do what they advertised. So I mean, this was 4 months ago. Let me see. Let me skip through. That's probably where he's talking about the wheels. Let me see if I can skip to where he shows something. Here we go. Let's see if he got something else. And yes, Demon 170s will have a 149 mile per hour speed limiter on them, which is absolutely not advertised to be removed. The car was designed engineered for drag racing, not a standing mile. While we know the Texas Mile is an amazing event, the Demon 170 was not engineered for it, and what you're looking to do is not advertised. That's basically what they told you got right here at Demon 170. Oh, hey, what's going on, Awesome Motivator? Pretty much thank you for that $20. Yeah, I'm trying to do, good info as usual. I was trying to tell people earlier that when it comes to making videos about dealerships, I'm gonna make sure that I vet people thoroughly because of that scammer I tried to DM you about earlier, right? Just to make sure that no one tried to takes advantage of us. A 22 WRX can do 155 miles per hour. Hey, a TRX can't do 118, and it has a Hellcat engine in it, so we go all day with that crap. Personally, I think they aren't selling much in 2025. I told my dealer no V8, no sale. I mean, I've said this in videos for the last 2 years. Stellantis is not trying to be a high volume dealer. They are moving over to a software model to where they software lock cars, and they're gonna hide a lot of stuff behind microtransactions. You're going to go on your screen, and if you want to unlock extra speakers, you got to go on there, push a button, pay a subscription fee for your speakers. The lady said that in one of their software day events, that if you want premium audio, that's going to be an option for you to pay for. So it'll be pretty wild, which I want to get a comment from somebody from Dodge, Jeep, whatever. Will there be a subwoofer locked because it's hidden behind a paywall? So, yeah, Tim Kniss, he had already said in a podcast that if you want to do a track day feature, you basically have to pay a fee to unlock that feature, and then you pay more in order to keep that feature. That's what Tim Kniss said in a video. So I don't think that Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and all these guys are going to be top sellers anymore in the next couple of years because they're going to a software-based model. They're not going to make as many cars as they used to because they're going to basically have a car that's fully loaded that you can't use every piece of it unless you pay the fee to unlock that vehicle and all its options on it. So I don't think they're going to particularly care that Dodge vehicles aren't going to sell that much or sell that many units. I mean, we still have yet to see or hear about any trims. So we have no idea if you're going to see if SXT, RT, GT, Scat Pack, we don't know if any of those 4 trims are going to survive on this new Charger, or if they're going to be basically a Pentastar trim, a Hurricane center output trim, Hurricane high output trim, and probably some. I mean, I'll go ahead and say that there's like a 90% chance that one of the Hemi engines will be in the next gen Charger. Now, I'm not going to say exactly which one it is, but I did talk to someone who a lot of you guys, people know and watch videos on, that they told me that there will be one Hemi going into a next gen Charger. No VAs require software subscriptions. Yep, pretty much. All new vehicles are going to software subscription software base. Exactly. And Stellantis already told us 2 years ago in their little software day thing. 2 years ago, they have already said they're going to go software based. And I made a video about it. I've been watching you for a while now. I just think it's sad that someone like myself were chased away from my favorite brand with all this. I mean, honestly, before 2015, I was never a Mopar fan, but the Hellcat got me into the brand, and I like the brand. But from 2015 to now, I would say that 90% of the reason why I don't really like the brand like that is because of the dealers. Because so many times I try to get a Demon, especially a 2018 Demon, they screw me. I try to get a Red Eye, they screw me. I try to get Demon 170, they screw me. And now you got this whole thing with them getting rid of Hemis, and now everyone's screwed. So it is what it is. I'm that heat should be banned. Oh yeah. You and Butter King. How would aftermarket affect business model? Lock you out of repairs and warranty. And apparently Dodge already said that they're going to basically lock tuners out of messing with the electric vehicles. They didn't say anything about the ICE vehicles, but it did specifically say that the EVs will be locked from tuners. And because I'm pretty sure the whole model is they want to set up the power brokers as tuning shops, and you only get your stuff done through them to be covered by warranty. But the problem with Dodge is all the power brokers are trash. I mean, that's just the most polite way I can say it. Almost every single power broker in North Carolina, I would never, ever buy a car from them. I mean, you just saw TK making a video about Kernersville Dodge messing up this guy's car, and they are a power broker. I've told you guys about Rick Hendrick. He's a power broker. He took my Demon 170 allocation. I put a deposit on, which was, I could have sworn these dealers want to tell you that deposits are non-refundable, but they just forget that little asterisk where they say that, oh yeah, it's non-refundable unless we get a better offer somewhere. But that's two Dodge dealers right there that are power brokers that did some crap. The third power broker in North Carolina, I try to get a 2018 Demon for them. They play games with me too. So 3 power brokers in North Carolina, I hate with a passion because they have screwed me in the past. So these power brokers, I wish Dodge would have done, and I should make a videos about this. I wish Dodge would have had an agreement with power brokers to where any vehicle that they sell, it has to be MSRP. And what they'll do is they'll give them a majority of the high spec cars. Like they'll give them more red eyes, they'll give them more super stocks, they'll give them more demons. And everyone else, if they want to mark up stuff, they only mark up Hellcats, Scat Packs, RTs, whatever. But they'll get only a couple red eyes, a couple super stocks, a couple of that. But a power broker should have had majority of, the highly sought after vehicles if they signed an agreement that they would sell at MSRP. But that's how I think that a power broker should have been. And I'm going to basically tell someone pretty high up in Dodge that I hope you guys revamp the power brokers program to either loosen some restrictions to let the lower dealers become a power broker, or toughen the restrictions to where they have to sell MSRP or they can't be a power broker. Subscriptions on vehicles, if that isn't a turnoff, I guess it's okay if you're going to lease, but not if you're going to buy. I mean, it doesn't even matter if you're going to lease. Who wants to lease a high spec vehicle that you got to pay subscription fees on? If I'm leasing, most people who lease vehicles, they lease fully optioned cars because they can't afford that car to pay for 5 years. So they'll lease it for like 2 or 3 years and then get out of it. So if I'm going to lease a car, I want everything that car has to offer on it. Because it's going to be kind of crazy. How's this whole subscription model going to work on the window sticker? How are you going to tell me in a window sticker that this car has heated seats, but I can't use it unless I pay a subscription fee? I mean, that's really like a bait and switch, right? You tell me that the car is fully loaded, but when I get in it, nothing is unlocked. And I got to pay a fee here, a fee there, a fee there. So you're doing bait and switch tactics on the window sticker, which isn't right to me. After 1 year free Cadillac Super Cruise, oh yeah. Oh, I mean, the Cadillac Super Cruise, I can understand a subscription fee for that, right? Because every day roads are changing. There's always new construction. So they have to constantly go and adjust their maps every 3 to 6 months to either a road gets changed, a road gets moved. Because I mean, right down the street from where I live at, right, there's a bridge that's getting built right beside the old bridge that's there. So in the next 2 years, that road is going to move over to the other side of the road. So if you're driving Super Cruise and that Super Cruise is not updated, you're going to go drive off a cliff. So they have to keep updating the maps. So that's going to be a cost. So I can understand that particular fee because they have to keep it updated. Now, if there is something like heated seats in my car, I shouldn't have to pay for that. I've already paid you for it when it was installed in the car. I shouldn't have to unlock additional horsepower in my car because it was in there when I paid for the vehicle. I shouldn't have to unlock a track day feature when the capability is already baked into the car. If there is a subscription fee for something, it should be for something that causes the manufacturer to keep doing updates. OnStar, that's a live service that requires live people. I can understand that being a subscription fee. If it's Super Cruise, where you got to keep updating the roads, I can understand that. If it was level 3 autonomy where the car just driving by itself, I can understand that. Even level 1, level 2, or maybe level 2. But at the end of the day, unless it requires them to keep updating it, I wouldn't try to do a subscription fee on it. It's just one of the stupidest thing ever. I'm done with Stellantis. They messed up the Dodge and Ram brand. All the lies were unnecessary, but consistent in who they are now. They are complicit in the dealership scams. I'm done. Well, I mean, I'm like 50-50 on it, right? I mean, I've said this in videos. They can't really help what these dealerships are doing in a lot of cases because of franchise laws. And I'm going to say to the point that they are complicit because the little power that they do have, they don't enforce it. Think about this. People have been getting screwed since 2015 on Hellcats, 2018 with Demons, 2019 with Red Eyes, 2020 with Super Stocks, and now 2023 with Demons and sticker pack cars. People have been getting screwed for literally 8 years, and I do not recall a single article where Dodge stripped the dealership of allocations for screwing customers out of these cars. But all it took was to me make a video the day after Christmas and cause like a whole national scandal for Dodge to finally strip a dealership of a car. Because it would have been crazy if Dodge would have had this contest to hold 20 days of horsepower and award these dealers 40 Demon 170s, and they are actively screwing customers. So, I mean, I have to give Dodge a lot of credit for that, because I put it out there the day after Christmas that you need to strip this contest of cars to give this soldier a car. But it shouldn't have taken me causing a whole national scandal to get them to actually strip a dealership. Because, I mean, we've gotten to the point where, and I've said this, that horsepower locator was one of the worst things that Dodge did. These dealers knew exactly where all the highly valuable cars were at, and they market adjusted to reflect the fact that those cars were not in their areas. That horsepower locator said there was only like maybe, I think, 112 super stock cars. When in reality, the horsepower locator actually lied. There's over 250 of them. But they had us believing that there was only 112 super stocks. So someone's going like, oh crap, I only have a certain opportunity to get a super stock. And there are tens of thousands of fans. So I need to spend over a sticker to get this car because there's only 112 examples. In reality, there's over 250 because the horsepower locator did not tell you where dealer stock cars was at either, which it should have did, which I'm going to say it should have been an easy thing to do to add that to that horsepower list. Let me go to some questions. Oh yeah, they need to improve the factory security system as well. Yeah, like I'm seeing way too many people on the TRX forum talking about the TRX is getting stolen. Like I'm getting tired of seeing that. I'm definitely going to make a video, and I'm probably going to see if I can partner with IGLA or somebody to, either get some security systems and give it away to you guys. I've already I'm gonna talk about a little brand sponsorship I got a little bit later, but I'm definitely going to start trying to give away stuff to actually help you guys out to keep your Mopars safe. Cause this is getting ridiculous. I love Butter's video on the removed Hellcat option TRX, and the funny part is, Tim Knissis laughed at that video. He laughed at the fact that I called it the removed Hellcat option truck. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, faithful servant. I try to do my best. I'm like wore out because I was up for like almost 40 some hours yesterday, and I was dead tired, and I was going to make a video for today, but that dude I found out was an actual scammer, so I don't have a video for days. So that's why I'm trying to at least do something. I need to get more videos out. So I figure if I do like a live stream or two a week, just got to find the right time to do it. That way I can, make up for the fact that I don't make that many videos. Let me see. You basically don't own the car with subscription fees. The car is actually in the subscription, so you don't. Yeah, right. I gave on using a navigation system in the car, and that's why I don't understand why Dodge is still even offering navigation head units in their cars. Right? Why? All you need is Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. Boom, automatic, updated. Naps. That's it. Yeah, all this is stupid subscription stuff started with the Xbox. People fell for it. Now look where they took it. And I'm gonna say, I would say that just happened to the gaming industry in general, right? Before there was, I'm gonna say what really caused this crap is the internet, because before the internet was really popular and the internet got to the point where you can play games online with people. When someone released the game, it had to be perfect. You did not get no do-overs. You did not get a live update or any kind of updates in the future. If that game was not perfect at launch, That game was trash, and that game everyone hated. That game had to be awesome. Now, once they got to the part to where now that you can update games online, games are starting to be trash. Like the games are launching with so many glitches that they don't care. It just they're like, oh well, we can fix it in a month. We'll fix it in 3 months. We'll do these updates. Because the one game I used to play all the time was the Division. That game, you play it, you will get all your kit up. You get all your little combinations together. The next thing you know, in 2 to 3 months, an update happens, and then your whole kit is trash that you spent 3 months working. And then next thing you know, you gotta go chase another kit. And then you go chase another kit, you finally get all the pieces, and then bam, something changed. And then bam, something changed. And then bam, this gun doesn't work. Then bam, this combination doesn't work. So I think the internet and people having like over the air updates, I think that really got us to the point where people are getting used to this. Now everything's subscription based. Now if you want to go watch HBO Plus, a subscription. Now if you want to edit videos, like every video I edit, I got to pay a subscription fee to use their editing software rather than having to pay for 1 year of that software. And then if I want to upgrade to the next year, I pay a fee to upgrade it, or I stay on the same version of it. But editing software, a subscription fee. Some games, subscription fee. Like phone games, a fee. Then they got to the part where, they're doing clothing subscription fee bundles where you can get a different change of clothes every month. Manscaped, you can get you a whole Manscaped bundle, or you can go get you a whole little bundle a month where you're getting shaving stuff. Everything's gotten to the point where it's all subscription, subscription, subscription. That's it. I mean, it's getting ridiculous with this crap. Yeah, reminds me, yep, video game industry, yep. Yeah, Super Cruise only works on the highways, yeah. But like I said, that highway is a highway that's getting a new bridge. They're building around the current bridge, and they're gonna move the road over to the new bridge. Yeah. The short, yeah. I told the short 1320 I want to get some of his neutral release covers and do like a giveaway with them. So, yeah, I'm definitely gonna work on it. Yeah, we get the beta crap at a full price, and that's what I figure is gonna happen with these cars. They're gonna do the same thing with these cars. They're gonna be like, well, you know what? We don't got to have the car 100% perfect at launch because we can always update the car later. So I think cars are gonna get to the same point to where they're not gonna be perfect when they launch, and they're gonna be like, oh well, it's a software update. Just stop delaying it. Just launch it now. We won't even worry about the little backlash, and we'll do an update in a few more months. Let's go ahead and release it, get some money in, and then we'll use that money to R&D or fix for it, rather than fixing it before it's actually come out. Whatever happened to the quality control? Quality control don't exist. I mean, and I tell people who've messaged me, if you believe a dealer would tell you that, hey, your car is stuck in quality control. There is no quality control that lasts that long at these plants. Quality control, when a dealer tells you that basically means that your car is sitting in repairs and they're waiting for the part to come in to repair that car. Quality control is a simple check, because you go look at the little picture of them just scanning over your car with lights on and stuff. They'll look, open and close the door, and the car goes out, and that's your quality control. If a dealer tells you your vehicle has been stuck in quality control for a month, 2 months, 3 months, there is something wrong with your vehicle. They're waiting for the part to come back in, because if a part is damaged during assembly, they have to go to that vendor and reorder that part, because every part is tied to the VIN number of that car. That way, when that car arrives, every VIN number on that part matches. So let's say that not a dealer, but let's say on a semi plant, somebody puts a door panel on your vehicle and they scratch the leather on that door panel. They can't just take a door panel. They had to sit in the corner and put it on their car. They had to go put it in the computer. Hey, we need another door panel that matches for this car. And we need a boom for this VIN number. Then that vendor is going to go put it in the line somewhere, repair it, send it to the plant. Then when it gets to the plant, they're going to put that vehicle in the repair tent, pop the door panel on, and then your vehicle's released. And they'll go through the whole checks. So I know exactly what happens, because I know all the guys that work at these assembly plants. Just imagine if they built the new 2-door Charger with all-wheel drive and a new 5.7 Hemi. Now, I'm going to say this. What you're saying, Eric Tate, part of that is exactly what's going to happen. I'm not going to tell you which part of it, but I will tell you that part of that, what you just said, will happen. Any word on the newer stage kits, the Red Eye Stage 3 kit. So the Red Eye Stage 3 kit, I was told by somebody who works within the company that the Red Eye Stage 3 kit will come out after all Demon 170s are delivered, because you don't want to release this Stage 3 kit before people spent their money on these demons, because from what I've been told, and I said this in the video, it's going to have more horsepower than the Demon 170 for Red Eye. And it's going to cost, I can't remember the exact number off my head, but they said it's going to cost between $20,000 and $30,000, because most of that money is going to go into updating your engine. So the Stage 3 kit will have more power than the Demon 170. Now, I was told expect around maybe 1,100 horsepower. But the only reason why I believe that the Demon 170 blew engines was because there was also testing stage kits on that engine, and that's why it blew engines. Because no one can tell me that the Demon 170 engine blew engines at 1,000 horsepower when any kid in the country right now can do a pulley swap and boom, and get 1,000 horsepower. Pulley swap, injectors, pin the crank, do like a little underdrive pulley too. They got 1,000 horsepower like it ain't nothing. Dudes are getting 1,000 horsepower out of Hellcats with a smaller blower. So there's no way anyone can tell me that a D170 engine with all that crap they threw at it, a bigger blower, the elephant blower on it, bigger injectors, all those fixes are blowing engines at 1,000 horsepower. There's no way. If I know as many people that hate John Hennessy, if John Hennessy can make 1,000 horsepower Hellcat with a factory warranty on it, like his warranty on it, there's no way Dodge can sit here and tell me with a straight face that they was blowing engines with a D170 engine. There's no way. I mean, a lot of people don't realize they work with Wesley Motorsports to do a lot of testing of like their engines and stuff, right? So Wesley Motorsports, that's the guys who had the blue and yellow Bilstein car. That ran Pikes Creek. No, I'm getting tongue tied. They ran Pike Peak. Golly, I can't say it. Wesley Motorsports. Pikes Peak. Hey, I got it out that time. Wesley Motorsports. Yeah, so these guys right here. Let me move myself out the way. But yeah, these guys right here. These guys right here, they do. Let me move it over. Yeah. These guys do a lot of testing for Dodge. And there was an article on Dodge Garage where they tested a new engine tune with E90. And I'm pretty sure they said that Red Eye made around 900 to 1,000 horsepower on E90 tune. So there's no way anyone can tell me that the D170 with all those updates could not survive 1,000 horsepower. And Dodge has this car running around doing this kind of testing. Like, they got that Challenger right there. Where's the other one? Just a back shot of it. Where's the Charger at? They got a Charger too. I don't see their Charger. What's the one? I'm gonna do Charger. They got a Red Eye Charger too. Yeah, there we go, right there. So Western Motorsport, they have a Challenger and a Charger running around with tunes from Dodge, running around and doing Pikes Peaks and other events. And I think someone was telling me that Wesley Motor, no, they had on Dodge Garage because they was doing a live stream with SRT Mush, and they were saying that Dodge has them go around the tracks and help guys out get better times. So they're doing drag racing events for Dodge too. I swapped a high output Hurricane with a Hellcat and a Grand Wagoneer. Appliance man. I said this, and I forgot who I said this when Dodge. I like, look, all you got to do is take the Grand Wagoneer and put a red eye engine in it, and that will be an Escalade V killer. Like that's all you got to do. Because I already know you're not gonna sell that many of them. You can make 500 a year, Grand Wagoneers with a red eye engine in it, just to be an Escalade V killer. And I guarantee you, that car will sell out, and there will be so much demand for that car that you can literally justify making only that many units. Because I think that's part of the problem with Dodge. They made too many. They made too many Hellcats, Red Eyes, Super Stocks, and Scat Packs. Because if you go look on Auto Trader, there is like thousands and thousands of these cars sitting in dealerships used. When you go look at Auto Trader, you don't see that many Escalade Vs in these other cars, right? Because they don't make that many of them. And that would make everyone's value of their cars way higher. And I think they would have lasted a little bit longer if they did not make as many of these high spec cars. Because people have got to the point to where they'll go buy a Hellcat, the next year they'll buy another Hellcat, the next year they'll buy another Hellcat. I know guys who have been on 6 or 7 Hellcats in 8 years. That just screams to me that you're making too many cars and they are too readily available. But I think that really done them in. They just made way too many of them. Yeah, the ACR and Sovereign Night. Like, if I can get to the point where I can make enough money, I will do my best to make an ACR Challenger. Like, take a red eye and make that sucker like a track weapon, like whatever. Like I'll go pick Wesley Motorsports brain because, like I said, they got this sucker right here running around on the track doing things that Dodge said it couldn't do. And I did ask Dodge specifically, why do you not make the ACR Challenger? They kind of gave me a BS response, but I'm gonna ask them again, like, why do you not make a ACR Challenger? But it was discussed among them, and I'm just mad they didn't do it. But I would love to go do one. The V8 car that can get 1,000 horsepower was, yep. And honestly, they take a 5.7. Like, all they gotta do is take a high output Hurricane and all the little tech they put in the high output Hurricane, put that in the 5.7, and they can easily make between 800 and 1,000 horsepower out of 5.7. If Ford can do it, they need to bribe some Ford engineer to come over to Dodge, because I heard a lot of people done left within Stellantis group that they're not really that they don't really talk about it. But there's a lot of people that done left. Like Stellantis done basically what was it? I think like 36,000 people they gave buy offers last year alone. So that's like half the workforce. Stellantis, FCA, Dodge used to be over 60-something thousand people. They try to fire half. So I don't know whether or not it's because they're trying to reduce costs, or they're trying to basically make the company a European company with a few guys in there like Tim Kniss that's American, to make everyone still think that this is an American company who pretty much has us thinking that Canadian cars are American cars. I mean, that's basically what a Challenger Charger is. It's a Canadian car built by Europeans, or designed by Europeans now. Let's see. Sure, you want to take an ACR Charger, and I want to build a. Oh man, yeah, a Caval built SRT 10 Ram. That would be insane. That would be insane, man. I saw a SRT 10 Ram. I think it was like 20 something grand, and it was a an automatic one. I saw that sucker. I was like, man, I would love just to buy it and sit on it. It was silver one at like a used car dealership. I would love to go buy one, sit on it, and like I said, when I come of money, I would love to go take it to Calvo and make a insane. Man, I can only imagine how that would be. I love trucks too. I still miss my TRX. I want to give another TRX and put a 426 in it. But yeah, a Calvo. Ooh, man, a Calvo Ram. Well, hell, you know what? I would love to go take like a Laramie, lower it down, get someone to cut me some custom rims, like the old SRT10 Ram, and go do like a modern update to it, or the Ram SRT10, but do it with like a red eye engine in it, with like 849 horsepower. I think that'd be crazy. And see if I can get a buddy of mine who makes carbon fiber pieces to make me like a new carbon fiber front end. That kind of is like a throwback to the original. But I think it'd be wild. Bring back the Richard Petty style Charger. Shoot, that's what my buddy does. Let me type in my buddy's car. He just built this a few months ago. He basically made this car right here. He basically took a red eye. Let me see if I can get a better picture of it. So he basically took this car right here. So this right here is like a 2022 red eye. He stripped all the panels off of it and put all brand new carbon fiber panels on it that looks like a 69 Charger Daytona. And this car, when you see it in person, pictures do not do this car justice. When you see this car in person, you be like, damn, like the proportions of this car is perfect. It's not that long, stretched out, regular Charger Daytona you used to, where it looks long and stretched out, like you wish it would just push it a little bit more. That's what this car looks like. Like this car, he basically built in like wide body flares. So the car, when you look at it, looks like a Coke bottle. It's like it's like this. The car goes like this. Like it is freaking crazy. Yeah, pictures do not do this car justice, but this car is damn awesome. Let me see, get myself out of the way. Like, so like this car right here, that's why I was at Barrett Jackson. I was at Barrett Jackson because this car was one of the top 50 builds at Barrett Jackson. Invited it out to the Scottsdale auction, and it was there. So my buddies who made this car, they invited me out there to Barrett Jackson. So Dodge did not invite me out there. My buddies from ExoMod did. And so, yeah, the rear end is perfect. Like, the rear end is nice. Like, and that wing is above the car, just like the daggone, the actual 69 Daytona. And like that car, like I said, it has all the modern advantages, and it's light as crap because this car, all the panels you see, every panel on this car is carbon fiber. The wing, the quarters, the door, the fenders, the trunk lid, everything is carbon fiber. So this car is about 300 to 400 pounds lighter than a regular red eye. And then my buddy was telling me, who built this car, that because of the wing, this car is more planted to the ground. So when you're trying to dog it and do like a burnout in this car, the car hooks because all that downforce from that wing is pushing the car on the tires. And you're just going through and hooking. But yeah, this car is freaking awesome. Like this right here is a prime example that if Dodge did a couple of changes, they could have made this Charger Daytona. But they made that electric one. But this right here is freaking beautiful. Like you see it in person, it is awesome. It's like I told my buddy, like, if he makes another one, I think he said he's gonna make a I think he said he's gonna make a blue one of this. I can't remember what color he said, but if he makes another color of this car, this is a customer's car. If he makes another one, I want to go and actually do like a video on it and do a video on it in person. But yeah, they make all kinds of nice cars. Let me see, gallery. Yeah, so you see right there. Top 50 builds of 2023. So like I said, that's why I was at a Barrett Jackson. And this car right here. I mean, there is a let me just go full screen. This car right here is actually a, let me get out of the way. Yes, this car here is actually a, I'm pretty sure this is another red eye. That basically another red eye red eye Challenger that's turned into a 68 Charger. And this car, I actually named this car because he was gonna name him something else, but I named it a Goldfinger. So that's basically what this car is. It's basically got a bunch of gold stripes, and pretty much all the little trim pieces are in gold. But yeah, you can see pretty much all the pieces in the car. Everything's carbon fiber. So he made that car too. Let me get out of there. He made Goldfinger. He made the Daytona. And then Chalkstorm, he made this car too. So I actually named this car too. Chalkstorm pretty good. And then he made the black one, Quicksilver. Oh, he don't have the picture of the other one on here. But yeah, he basically takes Hellcats and Red Eyes and converts them into these cars right here. Grab myself again. Okay. Now they made those Hurricanes. They have made V8s there in Mexico for 40 years. Yep. Now they make the Hurricanes there. Yeah, and then one of my buddies that work at the Toledo plant, he was telling me that I think they're gonna start making Hurricanes, like one of the Hurricanes in Kokomo. That's a sick Charger, no doubt. Yeah, that Charger, and them suckers are fast. 400 pounds lighter. Ford is still making the Mustang Raptor R. Now Ford is still making those two vehicles because since 2015, Ford has updated their engines, I think like once or twice. Dodge has not upgraded the engines. All they did was throw more power at it. So that's the problem with Dodge. They just don't update their engines. So that's why they got to get rid of them first. I mean, GM since 2015, they done went through an LS engine, then they went to an LT1, then they went to the Z06. I think I got an LT6 in it. So they're going through different generations of the engine, and they about to come up with another one. I think another year or two. So while their competitors are upgrading engines, Dodge still came out with the same exact engine. They put money in the Elephant, they put money in the Drag Pack, but they did not upgrade an engine to pass emissions, which was stupid. That's going to be their downfall. They got no competition now. Hell, they aren't no competition now because really the only competition for a two-door car is a Mustang. Yeah, I grew up watching Dukes and Hazzard. That's my favorite body style. Yeah, I like them too. Like my buddy, he said he was going to make a CUDA out of one of these cars, but I think because he has so much demand for these Chargers that he's not going to make the CUDA right now because he has to build so many freaking Chargers. I think he done built. Let me see how many Chargers he built. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he done built 8 already, and I think he said he got like another order for another 8 more Chargers. So he's like, there's so many cars that he has to make. I think it takes him like 90 days to build a car. So that means if he got 8 cars he got to build, that's legit like 2 years of orders already in the bank. So he has no time to build a CUDA, and I've been waiting for him to build a CUDA. They captured the Class B body look. Yep, it looks exactly like a B body car. Yeah, Ford Supercharged. Yeah, Ford Super 5.2 Predator is aluminum, not iron. Ford just keeps updating their engines. They keep updating. That's what happens when you go stale and not update your stuff. It just happens. Hellcat still iron and makes more power. Yeah, but it doesn't pass emissions. Dodge will reveal more about the Charger in May. Yep, hickory sauce. You pretty much hit the nail on the head. I'll go ahead and tell you guys. There's gonna be a 5.7 in the next gen car. I've been told by multiple people there will be a 5.7 because it can still pass emissions. But that new Charger, the front end from the Charger Daytona, I don't like it at all. I don't think it's gonna be a very good looking car because the back end does not look like it will match the front end. So I would say, I actually emailed you, Butter. Let me see. Did you email me? Yeah, I'm gonna Man, I mean, you must have emailed me in the past. I haven't got an email from you, Hickory, unless it was something we had talked about in the past. Let me go pull my stream back up. But yeah, I wonder if Ram will offer an occasional 5.7. Now, I was told that in order for an engine to make sense, it has to make sense in RAM because RAM is number one key to Stellantis. If RAM falls, Stellantis falls. And I don't think that Ram's going to have a very good year offering hurricane powered Ram pickup trucks because there's a lot of people who like the V8 sound in the pickup truck. I don't really recall that many people wanting their pickup truck to sound like a Nissan or a GTR or a BMW. No one really has that mindset. And when you have other V8 pickup trucks still out there running around and you got diesel trucks running around, no one's going to want a high-pitched Ram pickup truck. I mean, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I don't care if it makes 50 more horsepower. You can make 50 more horsepower in your Ram truck with a V8 with an intake, exhaust, some headers. Like, you don't got to do much to get more power out of your Ram truck. I mean, it's not that hard. Let's see. Yeah. If I think with Ram, if anything, what they do is if they want to still keep the same V8s, I would make them limited numbers until they come out with a brand new V8 engine. Now, just like I said in my video, there is a new V8 engine coming. They confirmed with me that there is a V8 crate engine, but they would not confirm to me if it'll go into a car. And I think the only reason why it'll go into a car is if somebody gets voted out of office, and if somebody get rid of the carb, because carb is killing Stellantis because the crazy emission standard. Like, I just don't believe that a handful of states, like 13 states, should tell another 30 something states what kind of cars they should drive. It doesn't make any sense to me. We're supposed to be in the United States. We're supposed to be able to drive a car from one state to another without having to go across checkpoints. So if I can have 10 and this kind of emissions in one state, you should not be able to tell me in California or Pennsylvania, whatever, that my vehicle is not legal. And I gotta go through all this crap to basically bring my vehicle back and convert it over and all this other nonsense. They just need to just do away with carb. Like that's just one of the most stupidest things ever. But yeah, there will be a V8 coming. I just don't think they're gonna make that many of them. I don't know if they're gonna do like a heritage version, but they would be stupid to not do it. And I was told by somebody that Stellantis, well, not Stellantis, but someone within Stellantis wanted to make sure that the next gen Charger was capable of having a Hemi swap. And I did the videos about that too. That I'm pretty sure that you're going to see. Oh, later, nephew. I'm head out. I got class in the morning. Man, it's only 11 o'clock. Man, you in college. Man, boy, bye. I ain't used to go sleep about 2, 3 o'clock and had to go to like a 8 o'clock in the morning class. Stop playing. But yeah. Oh yeah, I was talking about the V8 and the Charger. Shoot, like I said, I talked to someone that's pretty knowledgeable in the situation, and they told me that they wanted to make sure that Hemi swaps are capable of being done in the next gen Charger. So I think you're going to see a lot of people doing Hemi swaps. And I was told that the 6.2 Hellcat engine will fit in the next gen Charger. I was told the engine bay is just big enough to fit that engine there specifically. And so I had this sneaky suspicion that Dodge set up these power brokers in order to do engine swaps. Because what do you need a power broker for if all your high performance vehicles are electric and nothing has to be changed on it? An electric vehicle, all it is, you just put a code in, get that stupid little crystal, put it on your car, and bam, you got another 100 horsepower, right? What do you need a power broker for an electric car for, right? I mean, you can go on your little Tesla app, pay it what was it, 5-10 grand, and bam, you unlocked more range, and you unlocked like I think another 50 horsepower from a Tesla Model 3. So what do you need a power broker for, right? You're like Dodge removed the whole restriction of only buying certain cars from power brokers, and so my only logical conclusion is that power brokers are going to do engine swaps. Why did they put onus on them getting their techs trained, right? What tech needs to be trained to install stage kits? All it is a pulley, a thermostat, and an air filter. I mean, that's it for the stage 2 kits, right? What do you need that for? And then the stage 3 kit, you're basically going to go and do some top end engine upgrades, right? I mean, they don't think that any dealership in the country can do a pulley swap or change a head on a car. I mean, what does that say about your service departments when you're telling me that I can only go to a power brokers to get a pulley swap, that my local dealer, they're incapable of doing that? Like, I'm pretty sure that with Hellcats, one of those dealerships, those mom and pop dealerships, they had to have a tech there that was able to take a supercharger lid off of a Hellcat to go fix it. Because I mean, they've had cooling issues before, they've had bearing issues before, and I don't remember when, what was it, 2016, 2017, when the bearing issues started to get like real bad, that Dodge was like, oh well, you got to wait until 2022 for power brokers for us to fix your Hellcat with the bearing issues. I'm pretty sure that didn't happen. So the same guys who fixed your cars back then now can't do a pulley swap for a stage kit. And Dodge has made it worse by only having the worst dealers in the country becoming power brokers. Because you go to California, it costs way too much to get a stage kit done. Like, it was literally cheaper for one guy to go drive from California to Texas, get the stage 2 kit installed, and drive back from Texas to California. It was cheaper for him to do that than it was to stay in California and get a stage kit installed at a power brokers dealer. That's how bad it is. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't want an EV here. If I somehow got one, I'd turn around and sell it for a gas car. Now, I will say, Sovereign Knight, that an electric car does make sense, but it only makes sense as a commuter vehicle. Now, an electric car, I would say this: if they made electric cars cheap, $10 to $20,000 cars to get 100 miles of range, everyone will buy one just to go do commutes to work, or not go to the gas station, but go to the grocery store. Those should be grocery getters. Those should basically replace low-end cars, and that should cut out a lot of emissions. All these guys are crying about, oh, we're doing so many emissions with these gas cars. If you made cheap $10 to $20,000 electric cars that only had 100 miles of range, there's enough range for somebody to get to work and come back, cheap and comfortable, I don't think we'd be having this problem right now. Making $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 electric cars does not make sense, because I don't want to sit around for 2 to 3 hours, or I'll be fair, I'll say an hour in most of them. But I know the Hummer EV, I think you got to sit around like almost 2 hours to charge a Hummer EV. But I don't want to sit around on vacation, or I'm trying to get my kid from school. I can't stop for like 30, 40 minutes to get enough charge to then go and turn around, pick my kid up from school, or I got to go to a commute, or I got to try, get a meeting to sit around for an electric car. Like, I don't got time for that crap. But I think it's going about it the wrong way. Where we should have electric cars for daily driving, and then we should still allow us to have our gas cars to go have fun with. Because I mean, if I go drive an electric car for 5 days out of the week because I'm only going to and from work, and I go on the weekend driving my car Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm pretty sure that I'm saving a lot of carbon emissions doing that. But it's just stupid. I mean, I'm just thinking about it just now, right? All those guys, I remember there was like a news article or something, or it was like a news clip. People up there in Detroit and all these other places are stuck at these chargers, and the chargers don't work, or the charging door is broke, or the charger broke, and they're having to get their vehicles towed to Tesla because they can't charge a car, right? If a gas pump doesn't work, you can literally go to the next gas pump on the other side, put your car in, get it activated, come back around, put gas in your car, and you're good to go. Right? You can't just you know, get a charge because the damn thing won't turn on. But I think it's going about the wrong way of these electric cars and stuff. But I'll just say that yeah, electric cars aren't good for the environment. To me, I mean, everyone overlooks the fact that they got to go get African slave labor to go mine cobalt. But oh no, we want electric cars. No, we want electric cars. We want electric cars, right? I mean, come on now. I mean, hell, Joe Rogan exposed that. Like, dude went there and talked about on Joe Rogan, showing the pictures of them having all these slave kids in the Congo to go mine cobalt, right? What do you need all this crap for? Like, why don't y'all put y'all money into making carbon neutral fuel? I mean, you're going to replace millions of cars around the world. You're literally going to scrap millions of cars when all you got to do is make a carbon neutral fuel or develop hydrogen, because a lot of engines can run on hydrogen if you do some conversions to it. I mean, Stellantis already tested. It said what it was, 26 engines to run on alternative fuels, and they worked. But they would rather go and destroy all these cars to go bring in electric vehicles that does not work. The A170, 426 Demon 170. The A170, that's the old school Elephant renamed for this new Elephant. Like the regular 426 Elephant, that's the A170. The Demon 170's engine is the C170. The C170 done about 6.2 liter pretty much red eye engine that's been stiffened to hold 1,000 horsepower with a Elephant blower on it. I pray Mark Dodge in Lake Charles, Louisiana becomes a power broker so we have an honest dealership to get the work done. Otherwise, this would be ADM 2.0 with the stage kits. Shoot, night. I guarantee you the same thing happened with these guys. Like, I don't know if you know Mopar, but the C170 Elephant crate engines for the D170, they got released a week or two ago, but no one wanted to announce that they sold like 48 crate engines, because I think they just wanted they wanted certain people to get that engine. But I'm scared to ask around how much money did people pay for that crate engine. So I mean, I just don't get it. But yeah, Toyota doesn't even want to get into the EV stuff because it doesn't make money. All these guys are losing money. The only reason why Tesla was the only company who was successful in the EV game was not because their EVs are the best, was because they were selling millions upon millions of dollars of EV credits to Stellantis, GM, and all these guys. They made hundreds of millions of dollars selling EV credits. And now that they're not selling EV credits because Stellantis stopped buying them, now Tesla is taking a dump, and they got to sell the what you call it, the Tesla Model Plaid. They gotta sell the Plaid that wants $130,000 down to $80,000. Now you can buy a Tesla Model S Plaid for the exact same price as a Red Eye right now, and now you know that the EV whole thing was a whole scam because Elon Musk could have sold the Tesla Model S Plaid for 80, 90 grand for years, but he took emissions credits from Stellantis and GM and all these guys, and he overcharged everybody by $50,000. That's how Tesla was making so much money. It's a scam. These daggone cars are just a scam. Like, the only expensive part is the battery. They use less parts to make these cars. Why am I, dude? Focus on me, Linda. Focus on me, baby. Yeah, if anything, hybrid makes sense. Full EV does not. The Hummer EV, back in 2020, I thought that would be an awesome vehicle to have. But now, after waiting almost 4 years, I waited for this Hummer EV, and I still do not have it. It's still not been delivered. I ordered this car 4 years ago. Still no Hummer EV in my driveway. And now that I've seen all these videos of TFL having problems with their Hummer EV, even the Stradman couldn't get that damn thing to work. And Stradman doesn't do off-roading. Stradman getting stuck in the Hummer EV, I'm like, oh no. Nope. Nope. I don't want one. I don't want a Hummer EV no more. And then my buddy, he actually has 2 Hummer EVs. He has a Hummer EV, the first edition, and he has a Hummer EV first edition of the SUV. So he has two Hummer EVs, and both of them had to get the battery packs replaced within 6 months. And then the second one, they got his battery pack replaced. They literally replaced the battery pack. They went for a test drive, and within 10 minutes, the car stopped working again. So the Hummer EV that stopped working on my buddy with like maybe like, 50 or 100 miles or whatever, had to get his battery pack replaced. They drive another 5 miles. It stopped working again, and the battery pack got to be replaced again. That's how bad some of these EVs are. And the Hummer EV has the biggest battery pack of really any electric vehicle. I think it has over 200 kilowatt hours or whatever the heck is. I mean, I don't even care about EVs, but I know it has the biggest battery pack in an electric vehicle. And those battery packs, I think, are like 30, 40, something $1,000 to replace in a Hummer EV. Like, his Hummer EV is such a bad, terrible vehicle that GM is literally talking to him about buying that Hummer EV back because they can't fix it. They put two battery packs in one vehicle within, well, I mean, they ain't had a chance to put the other battery pack in because he had to wait a few months to get a battery pack. So he has to wait again another time to get a battery pack in his Hummer EV. And now GM talking about, well, we don't want to do this a third time, so we're going to just buy your vehicle back. So we're going to basically buy it from you broken for whatever money you put into it. So I told him, like, look, just tell them to buy that crap back, plus the markup you pay to get that thing. Because I kind of feel bad telling him that, I think it's going to hold its value. But I'm going to tell them that they should basically buy that vehicle back from him, give him a lost value because I think the truck was sitting for like 4 or 5 months with no battery pack. So they should pay him that plus the crap he had to go through and get him a Z06. Let's see. Yeah, people are having major problems with the EVs. Yep, plenty of them having. Plenty of people having issues with electric vehicles. They just don't want to cover the news because the news is biased. Because I mean, that's the same thing that one of my buddies. So one of the guys down at Mac Hake, he was telling me that because he's friends with like the guys at the local news station. Because it's kind of crazy that the whole situation with Mac Hake kicked off, and no one in the local news wanted to cover the story. And he told me that he was talking to like one of the local news journalists, and they were saying that they did not want to cover this whole Mac Hake story for like 2 reasons. One reason was because dealerships spend a lot of money in advertising on the station's network or the station's channel. So if they go making this video about Mac Hake will stop advertising on that local news channel's station. So they'll be losing money. And then the second reason why, they was like, well, legacy media is having a hard time with money right now because the trust in legacy media is going down. So they don't want to promote the fact that YouTubers broke a story that they should have broke first. Because this is something that a local news journalist should have been immediately sounded the alarm of, right? But people don't talk to local news anymore. People don't care about news anymore because you get a lot more accurate information on YouTube than you do from the media. The media is biased. The media are not journalists, they're activists, right? I'm more of a journalist because I cover stories from multiple angles. I take my personal beef out of it. Like with the Charter Daytona, I don't like it. I don't like it because it's an electric vehicle. I don't like it because it's going to have a bunch of, subscription fees in the car, right? I mean, even the Charger Daytona was like a gas-powered Charger. I still would not like it because they're going to have microtransactions in the thing. But do you think GM will be all electric by 2035? It's going to depend. If GM goes all electric by 2035, it only be because people keep voting the same people in office. The only way you're going to change this nonsense, you got to vote these same idiots out of office. And that's the only way it's going to happen. I mean, that's the same thing happening in a lot of cities. You keep voting the same dummies in there because that's just how your race votes or whatever. You keep voting the same idiots in there and things gonna get worse and worse. I mean, there's a reason why New York is a terrible place to live because you keep voting for the same damn people in there, right? Crime is crazy, all that crap. There's a reason why California is going down in the tubes for a bad place to live. Everything just costs way more in California for no reason. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to think that California is on the coast, so it is not far for them to take in a product from the port and put it on a shelf somewhere, and it costs way more for products in California than it does for a product in Nebraska, right? Or a product in Oklahoma that has to be bussed in or trained in or flown in from ports across the country, right? It just doesn't make any sense. It's just weird. California has a proposal for all newer cars in 2027 and above to only go 10 miles per hour above the posted speed limit. And they're freaking idiots. Freaking idiots. Yeah, I think if anything, what GM's going to do is always going to keep a V8 engine in the Corvette. I think if anything, what they might do is they might turn the Corvette into a sub brand, kind of like how Jeep turned the Wagoneer and the Grand Wagoneer into a sub brand. I think, because I think that's the rumor that they're going to make a sub brand of the Corvette, and they're going to make a Corvette and a Corvette SUV. So I think if anything, they might get around that whole rule and make a Corvette sub brand. And they'll be like, well, GM's all electric, but Corvette is a separate sub brand. Because I mean, the Corvette literally has its own engines. Like Corvette has engines that doesn't go in any other vehicle, right? I mean, there shouldn't be really no reason why the Corvette Z06 engine is not in a Camaro. Like, could you imagine like a Z28 Camaro with the Corvette Z06's high-pitched screaming engine? Like, that Camaro would be awesome. But GM just doesn't want to share engines with other brands. I mean, the Z06 engine should be in a Camaro, a Z28 Camaro. And I mean, that just ZM stupidity. Shoot, what Cadillac got their own really variants of their own engines. So, I mean, that's part of GM's problem. Why does Cadillac, Chevy, why does Cadillac, Chevy, and the Corvette have basically three different engines, right? I mean, at least Stellantis FCA uses a 5.7, a 392, and a Hellcat engine in multiple different brands. And, at least they did that. But, you would think that, GM would basically like just remove some of these different engines and just make one engine for this, one engine for that, and one engine for this, and just share engines. But whatever. And why is the Dodge Stealth name going to an SUV? I mean, I don't think it's going to be called a Dodge Stealth. I mean, there's nothing stealthy about a big giant EV. I mean, it makes sense to make a Dodge Stealth car. I mean, I think that the Charger Daytona's name probably would have been better for a Stealth. And then, I mean, I was told as well too that there could be a CUDA option on the Charger. So it just kills me with these guys having these electric vehicles have all these throwback names on them, and they just don't make sense. I mean, the Lightning, I'm like, come on, man. I mean, yeah, you literally ruined the Lightning name. I mean, the Lightning could have been just basically a street version of a Raptor. Take all that off-road suspension on it, and same engine in there. That could have been a Lightning, right? What's another one? I throw my name. The Mustang Mach-E. I mean, they could have named that thing any other thing but Mustang, but they had to use the Mustang name to get people to actually like the vehicle. And the Mustang Mach-E is not a bad vehicle. When I was at Barrett Jackson, I went and rode in a Mustang Mach-E. That damn thing is crazy fast, only 400 horsepower. I mean, I would never own one, but I would respect it. But if it's a necessary evil for people to buy Mustang Mach-E's in order to have a V8 Mustang, then if anything, I would get my girlfriend a Mustang Mach-E while I drove a V8 Mustang. But I mean, Dodge could have did the same thing. You don't need all the different variations of V8s. I mean, it's already crazy. You got a 5.7 RT, you got a 392 Scat Pack, you got a freaking 6.2 Hellcat. Then you got another variant for a 6.2 Red Eye. So you literally got 4 different variants when Ford really only has basically two V8 engines, a regular Coyote and like the updated Coyote for the V8 Mustang, right? I mean, Dodge could have did the same thing with this next gen Charger. They could have just did a 5.7 for everybody else, and do a regular Hellcat engine, 700 horsepower, and that's it. Like you either get a 5.7 or you get a 7 horsepower engine, and the rest of the car can be Pentastar or Hurricane. That's it, right? Just use the Hurricane to replace the Scat Pack, or get rid of 5.7 totally. Just do Pentastar for something cheap, Hurricane center output for 400 horsepower, Hurricane high output for 500 horsepower, and do one V8 engine, 7 horsepower, and that'd be your brand new Hellcat. Done. I'm pretty sure that Dodge could have met emissions with one V8 engine and that being a Hellcat. That would have been 100% the Halo vehicle. And with Halo vehicles, you don't make that many of them. So if they only made 2,000 to 3,000 Hellcat equipped Chargers in 2024, that would make a whole lot more sense than having all these different V8 engines just like causing all this crap with all these emission standards. But yeah, this engine thing is gonna be freaking crazy. Like Dodge, they should have, and I said this to Dodge, like, 'cause now I have pretty much all the numbers for all the top people within Dodge now. I mean, I got Knisk's number all the way down to like the number of Dodge concierge. So I know a lot of people within Dodge now, and I'm like, they should have been upgraded the engine. Sovereign Night, Cali might be insane, but I love SoCal weather, beaches, cities, and the chicks are fire. Yeah, the chicks are fire. The chicks are fire right there. Love by few. I mean, but I think Los Angeles is like my favorite place to visit. I always try to visit Los Angeles once every 2 years. That's one of my favorite places to go in the country, because not many places you can go in the country to where you go north, you go to San Fran, you can go to the mountains to go ski. You can go east, go to the desert, have some fun out in the desert, or go a little further east, you can go to Vegas. Then you go south, you can go to San Diego, do some fun down in San Diego, or you can go across the border to Mexico. You go west, you got the beaches, or you go a little further west, you got pretty much Hawaii. So there's no real place like that where you can literally enjoy all kinds of different varieties and environments in that one place. I mean, I probably and love a few. I mean, I lived in Los Angeles. I lived in Los Angeles for about like at one point in time. I think I lived out there for like 2 years. I loved it. I mean, and then hell, I know the women out there. They a lot of women out there treat you a lot better. They treat you a lot better than California. A lot of women are like that out there. But California is a very, very nice place. I remember I was talking to the janitor out there. I told him I was from North Carolina. I like, dude, like I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit by a gang member. They're like, hey, bro, tell me what I know to not get into trouble out there. And he'll tell me, hey, don't wear this color, don't wear that color, don't wear this kind of hat, blah blah blah, and you be good, man. He's like, as long as you like a tourist, you're fine. Then an earthquake happens and you out. Shoot, hell, I remember daggone sleeping through earthquakes out there. So earthquake ain't nothing. The cost of living is too damn high out there. Shoot, the cost of getting your vehicle fixed too high out there. I think somebody sent me a picture of one dealership whose labor rate, Linda, focus, Linda, thank you. I think labor rate was like 400,000, not 400,000, but $400 an hour. Yeah, I think I'm gonna turn off the automatic focus, because if I'm right here at the same depth, I don't need automatic focus. So I think I might turn it off the next time I use this sucker. No. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that, well, not pretty sure, but I would just say that, like I said, I've talked to people about a new V8 engine, and they told me what was going to be on it. I've already made a video about that crap. So, like I said, it all depends on who everyone votes for. You keep voting for the same idiots. Don't wonder why things are changing and you don't like it. I mean, just and like you said, Robert Moore, policy over party. Because vote for the same people got us in this position now. I mean, there should be no reason for the EPA. Should not have a separate government system that tells 30 other states what kind of cars they should have, right? I mean, honestly, I think that what they should do is these auto manufacturers, I think they should band together and pull out their vehicles out of carb states and only sell vehicles in non-carb states that everyone wants, right? Just give carb states the cheapest, crappiest cars, and everyone else that's don't live in a carb state, give us V8s, V10s, whatever. But those carb states, don't give them crap vehicles. Like all the auto manufacturers, all of them band together. Because eventually it's going to get to the point where carb is going to make it difficult for all these manufacturers. And everyone's going to suffer. But you got these nuts that's not going to believe that crap. But I think these auto manufacturers get to like a little conference, because you already got Toyota that want to make EVs. You got Ford that's like pushing back on EVs. You got the Ford dealers. They try to sue Ford for trying to force them into selling EVs at MSRP. So you got all these people that's upset about EVs. All they got to do is band together and say, hey, we're not doing this crap. We're all in unison, and we're only going to sell the vehicles people want in the states that's not carb. And see how fast that those people in those states are going to wake up and realize that, hey, this crap is going on. It's not beneficial. Like, that's literally what's happening with this whole migrant crap, right? Texas made everyone feel how bad it is in Texas, putting these damn migrants all over the damn place. And now all these guys are going like, oh my God, this problem really is bad. The automotive industry need to do the same thing. Pull all their cars out of these carb states and let them only have EVs. Let them only have, like if carb wants to have EV only, let only carb states have EVs. And watch how fast they switch back. Because California, they can't charge EVs. Like I remember somebody having a screenshot that California, like the day after they said they're going to do the 2035 ban of gas cars, the next day they sent everyone a text message going like, hey, you can't charge your car between this time and this time because we don't have enough power, right? Give them what they want. If they want EVs only by 2035, give them EVs only by 2025. Why wait? Why wait? Just pull out all your cars. Like every manufacturer, get together, pull all your cars out of those states. If you really want these people to change their mind, pull all your cars out, make them EV only, and see how bad it's going to be. Right? You're going to have all these cars in those states. When they all break down and people are stuck and they can't go nowhere. EV buses, EV school buses, EV public transportation buses, EV cars, EV trucks. Hell, they already did the whole crap where it was in California. They're about to ban small engines, so you can't even get like weed eaters and gas generators and all that other crap. Just see how bad it's gonna get in California when people are forced to use this nonsense that's not ready, and their life is a lot harder. Like, I think it was so crazy that you can't even get a gas powered RC car in California in another year or two. It's gonna be crazy. But I think another thing, I would love to I should make a video about that. You know, if all these states that are voting for EV only in 2035, why wait? Ban the cars in 2025. No cars that are electric in 2025. Like, you're done, right? Go all electric and see how fast you're going to regret that decision. It would be funny to watch these guys eat crow like that. But I would never live in a carb state, and I'm glad I don't live in a carb state either, like, because I live in North Carolina, so we are not a carb state. Like, this state is mostly red with blue spots in it. So I think that's pretty much why we have a lot of freedom here in North Carolina. I mean, we have rolling blackouts during the summer in California due to AC use. So how the hell can we support an EV grid on top of that? Yeah, that's crazy. So hey, if they want to, so like I said, if they want to force this, I would love to challenge them, or I hope manufacturers tell them, hey, look, we're not going to bring out any more new non gas powered vehicles in carb states. Pull them all out. Give them what they want. See how fast their electric will get. Cause you made a beautiful point. If you can't sustain AC use now, how you gonna sustain in California a million electric vehicles at the same time? So get them all electric vehicles. Like let Tesla have all of California, all of Pennsylvania, and those other 10 or 11 or 12 states. Let them have all those vehicles and see how fast they're gonna go back to gas. I'm reading from Detroit, New York, California are testing always four genders, but Southern California is a single bachelor's paradise. Yeah, California. Yeah, trust me, I know. I said I lived in SoCal for about 2 years, and I loved every day of it. Always something to do. Always something to do. But yeah, it's gonna be wild when these new cars come out. 'Cause I was thinking about this today, trying to get onto another subject, but yeah, I was thinking about this today. I'm going like, man, after this year, I mean, really, the only option I have is a V8 Mustang. And I have no problem with that. But if I want a Linda, listen to me, Linda, focus, look at me, my A-balls, Linda. But but yeah, I'm like, shoot. So I know somebody who has a nice connection to Ford, and they told me that if I wanted to get my dark horse pushed up in the order banks, they can make it happen for me. Like I said, I met a lot of nice people, um, especially since the whole stuff with the soldier story, which still is not done yet. I That whole thing with Mac Hake is still not over. I'm waiting on my buddy to let me know what's going on with Mac Hake because there might be some more drama going on with them. It's gonna happen pretty soon. But um, but yeah, my buddy told me if there's really any vehicle from the big three, I need to get pushed through, that he could push it through for me. I just gotta just give him the word. So if I want a dark horse, um, I can literally just let him know, and I could get it pushed through the system and for me to actually get one. And then one of my buddies was telling me that yeah, he's starting to see dark horses because he's like a broker, and he was telling me, well, why do you keep? Oh, let me get this out. I don't know. Okay, maybe it just doesn't like that thing in my face. But hold on, let me grab me water. But yeah, yeah, the Mustang is amazing. That's why it sells. I mean, I never was a Ford fan. Like I've been raised in a family where Ford Ford was found on the road dead. So I never even considered having a Mustang. Um, so now I've driven a couple Mustangs, and then I gotta say I can understand why people like Mustangs because it's a nice small nimble car. It's pretty much like I think it was like a perfect car. A guy was taking me around a little thrill ride track at Barrett Jackson, and it was in a dark horse, and he was slanging that daggone thing. And, like that thing was crazy. 500 horsepower was plenty for that car. I would want more, but I want a little more horsepower. 'Cause I think that's what Ford's gonna release like later on this year at the 60th anniversary of the Mustang. They're gonna probably release like a supercharged street car, and so that's why I'm gonna wait to see whether or not I want to push my dark horse. Because if Ford does come out with a supercharged Mustang, um, I'm pretty sure that I'll try to get my buddy to get me an allocation for one and push that through, so I can actually get that car and not the dark horse. Um, and I'm thinking about passing on my dark horse. Well, I mean, I don't know if I would pass on it. I think what I want to do is get my dark horse modified because I keep seeing red dark horses and they look real sharp. I mean, I like the blue ember paint, but every time I see a red dark horse, I just like that car. I don't know what it is. Um, yeah, dark horse. Yeah, let me pull it up. Yeah, that blue ember dark horse. Like I said, I like the color of it. I think it's a pretty sharp looking car. But every time I go looking for a red one, or every time I go look at I want to look at no red dark horse, red dark horse Mustang. That's funny. But yeah, every time I go looking at a red dark horse, that is like a cool looking color. Like I'm like, man, I think I so want a red one. Like I just can't not stop looking at a red dark horse. So I think if anything, I would definitely get a red one. I'm starting to like red more and more. I mean, you see me having a red background right here. They're making new supercharged Mustangs again. 20. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the Mustang GTD, I think, right? But that's like a $300,000-$400,000 Mustang. So definitely not getting that one. I mean, I'm not. I mean, I don't average a million views, so I don't make the money to actually afford that. Um, but wait, you'll get more tickets. But yeah, it's just something about a red dark horse. I just don't know what it is, but I think I like it a little bit more than I like the blue ember one. So like I said, I think if anything, I might get my order swapped. What about a red Chevelle? Hell, been there, done that. uh, but yeah, yeah, I'm still looking at it. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, do I want to do a dark horse or do I want to go and wait and see what Ford's going to release with the what new car they're gonna release, what new trim they're gonna release. If they release a supercharged one, I would definitely get it. If they don't release a supercharged one, I would probably still get a dark horse. I mean, um, pretty sure. Did I put a deposit down? I think I put like $1,000 deposit down on my dark horse. So if I pass on it, I gotta go collect my money back. But yeah, like I'm trying to figure out what vehicle to buy. I still have the opportunity to buy a Demon 170, but I'm not gonna really say if I get it or don't get it until I actually got it. And there's a real cool story behind that car. So if you see me with a Demon 170, you know I got it. If you don't see me with D 170, you know, come on now, focus, baby, focus. I'm gonna turn you off. But yeah, might have a shot for that. Still got a Dark Horse order in. Um, I got to go talk to the dealer about my Z06. Z06 haven't showed up in like 2 years. So I got all these cars that I ordered a long time ago, never showed up. So I got to see about the Z06. Same guy told me that, hey, the Z06, let him know the order number. He can probably get it pushed for me. So I'm like sitting here carless, waiting on cars that I have no idea when it's gonna come. So it's gonna be a real interesting year. Will I actually get a car that I actually order? Um, this is getting crazy. I cannot get any cars that I order. Um, but so that's that. Um, I know some people been asking about the whole soldier story. So the whole situation with Mac Hake. Um, I know they're gonna auction that car off in uh I think they're gonna auction that car off what March, April. No, I think March. I think it's April. I think like April 15th. They're gonna auction the car off. Now I don't know exactly when the soldier is going to basically take delivery at Jay Leno's garage because it still hasn't been ironed out from what I've understood. Because I just asked him again today, and he's like, they still haven't, told him, what timeline he's looking at for that car. So I don't think that the soldier's car, that the original one that he had, that was FA green. I don't think that car is gonna make a lot of money at auction. Um, Demon 170 values, they are tanking, and now this whole story came out about it not going 215 miles per hour. I think that's gonna make the values of Demon 170 go down even more because now all the YouTubers are piling onto this. I mean, there's at least 3 YouTubers like OC Motivator, TK's Garage, Demon 170. I think Hemi didn't I think didn't who was the other guy that did it? I had to go look and see. I know somebody else said something about it. Yeah, Modern Red Hemi. My hell, even he made videos about this crap. Um, and it's saying that there's a lot of interest in this particular subject about the 149 mile per hour on the Demon 170. Like a lot of people are getting views about this crap. But I think this whole crap with Dodge and this 149 mile per hour controversy, I think it's going to basically drop the value down Demon 170 at auction. Like people are not going to see this as a supercar killer anymore because especially with Hennessy, what was that video Hennessy did? Let me go ahead and go back over here. Yeah, that video Hennessy did is going to hurt. Because people already told me about this freaking video that Hennessy did. Yeah, right here. This video right here, I think this video is going to absolutely just kill values for the Demon 170. Because this car cannot even beat a Ferrari 812 GTS. Like, this is, I mean, I understand that, this is on an unprepped surface, but it wasn't even competitive against that car. And so it just wild that, the baddest Dodge car cannot even stand a chance against this car right here. Like, it just gets smoked. And the 2018 Demon, it was supposed to be a Bugatti killer. That's the bad part. Yeah, 2018 Demons are now more valuable as they are the king of top speed at 211 miles per hour ahead of the red eye 203 miles per hour. But the problem is that now you're starting to see 2018 Demons being sold right at 100K. But now the question is, will 2018 Demons go back up in value because they are clearly the fastest car? Because I don't see that many people with Demons going to race on drag strips with these cars. They're going to basically be mostly street queens, or they're going to basically be, stored away, never driven for the next buyer. So this is it's gonna be real interesting. When is the next auction? Let me see. When is the next auction? But yeah, it's just crazy. Even with heat in the tires. Even with heat in the tires, Demon 170 is getting murdered by Ferrari. Like, it wasn't even close. Like, that daggone Ferrari is already, what, 2 car lengths right now? Not even close. And it doesn't even like the Demon was even slipping. And like, I was looking up the weight of that Ferrari. I look at the weight of that Ferrari, and it's actually a 4,000-pound Ferrari. So that Ferrari is not that much lighter than a Demon 170. I mean, Demon 170 might be, what, 4,300 pounds, somewhere around there? But it's still getting smoked. I think another thing is right. The D170 is gonna be slow as hell because they did that weight with pretty much one seat in it. Like the single seater configuration without all that stuff in there is gonna be the fastest version of D170, right? So the D170 is already at a disadvantage. Pretty much every single one of them. I mean, there's only I think maybe 50 cars that came with a one seater option. So every other Demon is gonna be slower. I mean, but yeah, Sovereign Knight. Let me go. Ferrari 870 GTS. Wait.
All right, folks. Well, we had an interesting outing at the Pendle Proving Ground Test Track. A lot of things that we've learned.
Let's see.
GTS is awesome. There's nothing negative to say about this car. The roof comes off. It's a V12. It's rear drive.
Yeah. So the curb weight without any fluids in there is over 3,800 pounds. You add fluids to it, you're basically right there at 4,000 pounds. So it's not like it's so the car is not exactly the lightest car ever, right? It just the freaking Demon 170 is not set up for this kind of use on a non-prep surface. They're literally just doing it basically like a street race, and the Demon 170 is not built for a street race, not with those tires. TK doing more videos. I'm gonna have to watch that video later. But yeah, it's just crazy. That video, I think it's gonna do the D170 values a lot of damage. Like you already got people already pissed off now with the 149 mile per hour whole crap that thing was going on, right? So you got the 149 mile per hour controversy. Then you got all this crap going on with people pissed off that their demons are coming damaged. Then you only have 800 demons that has the carbon fiber wheels, so those suckers are even heavier. So they're not getting that top speed. Like a lot of these demons would never reach that 1.666 whatever 0 to 60 because all of them are spec'd too high, right? They did that 0 to 60 time with a single seater and none of that extra interior crap, right? If you get the whole full interior, you still got an extra weight of harnesses and all this other crap in that car, right? And no one is basically going to take all that crap out of their car to get 1.666 0 to 60. So the car is already going to be weighed down even more. So you're right there at the same ballpark as that Ferrari 812. And that dude was racing that Ferrari 812 with the full interior in there. So he was racing that D170 at full weight. But, you know, a lot of people aren't going to that video is not going to be very good for the demon because people are going to see this and I'm going to see how many views that video got now. That video in one day has gotten 140,000 views. So that's a lot of people who've seen this. And I was told that several people have sent this video of Hennessy smoking the D170 to Dodge people. I know for a fact because one of them actually text messaged me that he kept getting this daggone video of this D170 getting smoked by Ferrari. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, the Ferrari got tires probably rated to like almost 180, 100. What is the daggone, what is the top speed? Oh, this Ferrari. Let me go back. I want to see what is the top speed of this Ferrari. Top speed of this Ferrari is 211 miles per hour. So that means this Ferrari has tires rated for over 200 miles an hour on this car. The E170 has 149 mile per hour Mickey Thompson tires. So at one point, this car is going to fly past anybody in the Demon 170. And the car pretty much is 789 horsepower. That is not that much less horsepower from a Demon 170. I mean, if anything, it having less horsepower helps it when it takes off. And then it's not like it's down on horsepower enough for it to get destroyed by Demon 170. Let me see. Ultimate. I wonder if they have. I want to see if they have the specs for Demon 170 here. Dodge. No, I don't want your ads. Let's see. Challenger. Let's see. What Challenger SRT? Let me see what they got. What they got. Come on. Come on. Work with me, baby. Do they actually have... Oh, so they don't even have... They don't even have hell... Okay. Let me do super stocks. That's the closest car. This right here is the closest car to the Demon. So that dude basically raced a 4,000 pound, pretty much a 3,800 pound curb weight Ferrari with a 4,500 pound curb weight Demon. So I mean, there go your answer right there. Yeah, it is crazy. But oh yeah, they were telling me that all these people are sending Dodge people that daggone video of Hennessy, and you know this video is going to get shared a ton of places. I would not be surprised if that video or that Demon 170 getting murdered. I wouldn't be surprised if that video basically gets 500,000 views. I would not be surprised. What's Alex? This video, according to my analytics software, it's telling me that this video is getting almost 6,000 views per hour. 6,000 views per hour this video is getting. It's like, I guarantee you, people are watching that video, sending it to their buddies, and everyone gonna be like, oh man, a freaking Ferrari, a Demon 170 cannot be the Ferrari, but a 2018 Demon, you see all these articles talking about the 2018 Demon can smoke a Bugatti. So I think it's going to tank Demon 170 values at the auction. And so I don't see the Soldier's Demon 170, his old FA green car. I just don't see it get taken in a lot of money at the auction. I just don't see it. Like, I try to give them suggestions that they let, if they did not let me buy the Soldier's car to do a positive PR, do a positive PR spin on this car, that they should have let me at least get the car to auction it off. And I think if me, TK, OC Motivator, and us, we were able to auction this car off, I think it would have done a lot better than what it's going to do at auction. Because I don't really think there's nothing that Dodge can do between now and April when this car gets auctioned off to improve their brand image. And there are going to be a lot more Demon 170s are available by the time April hits that I will be surprised if the Soldier's car even do 200K. Like, just because it's an auction, I don't see it happening. I mean, these values on these Demon 170s, they are just dropping. They are just dropping by the auction. Like, I mean, it was one of them that had carbon fiber wheels that went for like 260, 270, something like that. I think on Bring a Trailer, but they're starting to drop in values. And then there's gonna be what I said earlier, about 400 cars that still are missing carbon fiber wheels hit the market at the exact same time. People aren't gonna spend that much money, and a lot of people are gonna try to get out of these cars because they see that the values are tanking, so they're gonna try to get out as fast as possible. I'm pretty sure we're gonna start seeing the auction. Demon 170 is probably go for 180, 190. I mean, TK saw one that went for like 94K at the auction, and I think that was just because it was like a white car nobody wanted. So I just have to believe that their Demon 170s are going to drop under 200K at an auction come April. And I don't think that Soldier Demon is going to fetch that much money. I think there's going to be such a negative stigma around that Soldier's car that no one's going to want to buy that car unless it's like maybe 150. To be fair to the 170, that video was tainted. The A12 would have been murdered at the Legion of Doom by 170s last month. They were running high 8 to 9s to low 9s at the quarter mile. A12 wins in the road race. I mean, hey, I'm just going off the video. I mean, that just very well may be the case. I mean, I didn't go there, so I don't know how the surface was prepped. I mean, but that's you telling me this, right? What is the average collector who just buying this car because it's advertised as the fastest Dodge ever, or now it's the quickest Dodge ever, and they start seeing these videos that hey, this car is getting beat by a Ferrari with no competition. They want people to spend Ferrari money on it, right? Who want to spend $200,000-$300,000 now on D170 when you can go get another $200,000-$300,000 car and they'll smoke it on the street? Because what collector is going to buy this car now? I mean, it was already crazy that a VIN match pair of Demon 170s at Mecum and Kissimmee in January, it only count $370,000. So that means if the Demon went for 200K, that basically lost money because most of the Demons were going between, 220 and 260. So that Demon 170 lost money, and then the other VIN match car only went for like 170. And those cars, it had the crate and all that crap. So I think they call it lost money. Like the guy who put that car for auction, he had a reserve on it and it didn't meet the reserve, so he didn't sell those cars. But that VIN match set of cars or pair of cars at Mika went for 370, and then 2 weeks later, Goldberg's Demon 170, with his cachet of being the Dodge ambassador, one of the greatest wrestlers and a movie star, and he had the Demon crate with the 2018, and he had like several $1,000s in Demon 170 accessories. He basically had the cage, the rear end carbon fiber delete kit, the parachute, the handle for the parachute, his suit that has name on it. He offered to sign he offered to sign the car with Mark Trussell and Ralph Giles. He had the last call flag that I held up with Ralph Giles that I hope the dude who took that photo actually sent it to me, but he still has not sent it to me. I gave him my social media, but he still has not sent it to me. But that only cost $410,000. So Goldberg and all that stuff that he brought with that car was only $40,000 more for a VIN match pair of Demons, and he had a regular black on black spec. So I mean, that Tour Red one I think was a red on black spec, but I mean, it's just crazy that he only brought in an extra $40,000. It was definitely disappointing to see because I would have thought that his cars would have went for easily $500,000 at bare minimum. I was thinking between $500,000 to $600,000, but I did not think that only $400,000 got him his Demon. Like it was crazy that was the case. I can't find a way to. But yeah. Yeah, the Tesla Play 1,020 horsepower or the Lucid Air Sapphire. Yeah. I mean, the Charger Daytona, that's going to be an interesting car because, as I said in my videos, the EV specs that they gave, that car could technically be up to 1,300 horsepower. There was an article that came out, I think, like Motor One, where they said that the Maserati Gran Turismo Folgore, the electric vehicle from Maserati, it could have 1,200 horsepower based on specs. So the Demon, not the Demon, but the Charger Daytona could technically have 1,200 horsepower if they wanted to. I mean, they might only put like maybe 1,000 horsepower on it, and then just do like a stage 4 kit or whatever, take it up more horsepower. But it just depends on what they're going to do. Uh, I can't even change the name of it. But yeah, it's gonna be freaking wild. I just don't think the Soldier car is gonna bring that much money to auction. I'm thinking it'll reach 200K, and I think that's about to basically be it. So I like it's gonna be crazy. If it doesn't bring over 200K, that's definitely a video I need to have about Matt Cake. Like, look, I tried to contact you guys multiple times. The CEO didn't want to reach out to me. The owner didn't want to reach out to me, and I've tried. I made a video about it. I tried to talk to the GMs about it, but none of these guys felt interested in hearing what I had to say about this car. I think this car got a negative stigma to it, and I don't think people are going to spend that much money on the car. Yeah, camera guy. Come next week, those demons will drop at least 25% in market value. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be 25%, but I would probably guess that you're gonna start seeing more and more Demon 170s probably sell right at 200K, and maybe only the I think only the cars with the carbon fiber wheels, those might do like 220, 230. But I think, like you said, camera guy, I think the value's gonna come down, especially at auction. And I think the dealers who are holding on these demons think they're going 50 to 70K over sticker for them. I think they're gonna go down maybe 20, $30,000 over sticker, right? Because at the end of the day, I would say that just like other people have said, a red eye seems like a way better deal than a Demon 170. Like if you got Demon 170 at sticker price or maybe $20,000 over, that's probably a fair deal. But there's no way a Demon 170 is worth 50, 60, 70, $80,000 and it can't do the stuff that it was advertised to do. Right? I mean, it just seems that I think Dodge is gonna take a ding for this. It's way too much controversy in such a short period of time. What do you think the base price for the 2024 Challenger Daytona will be? I think a base price. I think for the 340 pack, because it's gonna be three different cars. They're basically gonna do three different cars, and you have to, and whichever one you get, you're locked to that horsepower. If you get the lowest price one, you can only go up to a certain amount of horsepower. So you get the 341, you're stuck there at the two stage kits. You get the 441, you're stuck there with those two stage kits. If you get the Banshee one, you better get all the power. So I think the cheapest one is probably going to be Charter Daytona. The cheapest one, the 340 pack, I think it's going to be $50,000. And then the next one, I think is going to be probably $60,000 or 65. So I think it'll be $50,000, then $65,000 for the 450 pack, and I think the Banshee version is probably going to be at least $90,000, or maybe it's going to be like $50,000 for the cheapest one, about $70,000 for the next one, and then about 90K for the Banshee. I think it's going to be right there where the Tesla Model S Plaid prices are. I wish you could have gotten a Soldier's car. It would have been a perfect end to the story. You would have preserved it. Yeah, I was telling people that I tell everybody behind the scenes, if I got a Soldier's car, I wanted everyone involved to sign that car, from Kaniskis to Goldberg to Jay Leno to the Matt Cake CEO and the GMs and stuff that stood up and fired the people there. I would have gotten some other people that I knew was involved, all the YouTubers involved, OC Motivator, Lucky Lopez. I would have gotten the Soldier to sign it. I want him to sign the window sticker so I can laminate the window sticker. And I basically would have took that Demon 170 to car shows everywhere, so everybody can see that this was the car that was involved in the whole scandal that basically caused Dodge to change everything, right? Because as I said earlier in the live stream, we have never seen Dodge do such a harsh thing to a dealer before. Like people are getting screwed out of cars since 2015. And this is the first time I've ever seen Dodge actually do something rather than just issue a threat that never comes through. Right? There are so many times Dodge says they're warning dealers of this, they're warning dealers of that, and then next thing you know, nothing happens and people are still getting screwed. But this is the first time I've ever heard of Dodge taking cars from dealers and telling everyone they did it. Right? And like, that's why I like making videos and giving suggestions in the video because it made too much sense for Dodge to take that car from that contest and give it to the soldier. You should not be rewarding dealers with 40 Demon 170s when they have consistently, since the whole last call debacle, have been screwing people out of cars since October of 2022. Right? I mean, at one point in time, you could not get a red eye for less than $30,000 over sticker. At one point in time, you could not get a super stock for less than, I think, 50, 60 grand over sticker. For one point in time, Hellcats were going for 10K over sticker, right? They was even marking up, some was marking up even scat packs. So, I mean, you had these situations where they made so much money off these other cars that it was already crazy they rewarded them. Honestly, if anything, what they should have did was the dealers that did not get a Demon 170 allocation, they should have had only those dealers compete to win those 40 allocations, right? Like they should have had where the dealers who had a certain amount of sales, but they had the lowest amount of they had the lowest amount of markup on their cars. So if a mom and pop store that sold a decent amount of units, if they didn't mark up their cars, but they sold decent volume cars, I would have awarded them a Demon 170, right? Or it could have been another contest. Dodge could have did another contest where they basically took 40 finalists and gave those 40 finalists a Demon 170 allocation, right? Should have been a contest, just like they had the whole 25-8 contest where you had to go and talk to 25 influencers to win a free car. They should have had to where they chose, they should have either had an application process where you put an application in to win one of the 40 demons, or you went back and talked to 40 influencers this time, right? Hell, even I could have been one of them since this whole scandal happened with those cars. But they should have had it where you went to 40 influencers, and then you basically you put your application in, or you put your video in, you put your letter in, whatever, and then we picked who we wanted the 170 allocation to go to, right? Or it should have been like a drawing or a raffle or something where you win an allocation and Dodge was sent to a dealership, right? So there's a lot of different ways that this could have went down, but I think we can all agree that this got to a point where this was like the worst scenario, and I think they should have thought it through, because I know if it was me and I worked for Dodge, I would have told them, like, look, there's no point in giving these dealers 40 more allocations for Demon 170s when 99% of them were screwing people out of Demon 170s. There should have been a contest or an application process, because if Ford can get away with having an application process for the Ford GT and the Mustang GTD, Dodge could have did an application process for 40 cars. And you didn't really even need influencers to get cars, because it seems that every Dodge influencer got a Demon 170. So no influencer needed a car. You really just had plain Jane people who could fill out an application process, or had it could have been like a sham. It could have been like something as fake as people put in 40 applications. You put an application in for like 40 cars, and Dodge just randomly pick 40 names out of like 10,000 applicants. They just pick like 40 random names. Here, you get an allocation. Here, you get an allocation. Here, you get an allocation. You can't pick your spec because the car. Sorry. But you can't pick your spec because the car is already built. But they already are pretty plain Jane cars, because I already know how Dodge did those 40 cars. Those 40 cars are basically just a color, full interior, and they're based on navigation. So that's what I was told by some guys who actually built those cars, that those what those 40 cars were. They were plain Jane allocations. There were quick builds. and they need to get the radios out because I'm probably sure that not that many people order navigation on their cars, regardless if it's a Demon or a Super Stock or a Scat Pack or whatever. Who needs navigation on a car when you can plug your phone in and you get navigation? So, I mean, that's honestly how I would have did it. I mean, I would love to be a consultant for Dodge. I would like, I wouldn't did that crap, right? I think I would immediately told them with this whole 215 mile per hour crap. I'm going like, hold on, we got 149 mile per hour tires, but we're going to advertise in videos and everywhere that we can go 215 miles per hour. Like, it doesn't make sense. I'm like, and just like I said earlier, they could have did this two different ways. They could have either basically made the car set up to run on the street where you had basically like red eye wheels, red eye you basically have red eye wheels, red eye drive shaft or another, drive shaft or whatever, have 1,000 horsepower for street, and then you got a Demon crate that costs $10,000, and inside that Demon crate is going to be the carbon fiber wheels for the track, maybe a different drive shaft, a jack, a drill, or whatever, like a drill that's specially designed for carbon fiber wheels, so you don't scratch your carbon fiber wheels. Just have a brand new Demon crate with all that stuff in there, and I think they would have been way better off, right? When I talked to Dodge about the Demon crate, they told me that it wasn't about money, that they didn't have a crate. So it was just some other things, the reason why they didn't do a Demon crate, but I think they're going to wish they did a Demon crate at the end of the day. I got my new red Hellcat Challenger during horsepower discount 2021 with extended warranty, and my negotiations and military discount for 76K out the door. Yeah, but the problem is now, in 2023, loved by few, that the dealers will not allow you to apply any discounts to the car, right? Because I try to get cars for people who are Stellantis and UAW employees. I emailed every single dealer in the country that still had allocations for red eyes Hellcats. Not a single dealer in the entire country would honor a UAW or a Stellantis employee discount. Not a single one. And I use like a fake name and crap. And I literally went ahead and identified myself as a Stellantis employee. And not a single dealer in the country would honor the discount. There was only one dealership that I messaged. I think I messaged maybe over 1,000 dealerships. Only one dealership said they will apply an employee discount, and only on an SXT Challenger. That's pathetic. Like, not even a Scat Pack. Like, these dealers were so caught up to making much money as they can off these cars. They would not apply a dealer, not a dealer, but a employee discount. That's how bad these dealers were, right? That's just crazy. So I think that's why in the UAW contract, they fought to make sure that they're a part of the company leasing program. Because with the company leasing program, the dealership cannot tell them that they can't get a discount. All their cars come through the leasing program, and then they don't have to get financed. I mean, they don't have to go get a credit check, none of that crap. All they gotta do is go pick what car they want. It gets delivered, and they always pay a set price. And I think insurance comes with it. But I think because of all the crap that these dealers was doing, not allowing UAW employees and Stellantis employees to get vehicles with their discount, that the UAW made sure in their contract that they got in the whole employee leasing program, so they had to worry about this nonsense anymore. But because I mean, some of my sources, I know plenty of sources within the UAW, and they was like, man, these dealerships in Michigan, they're not allowing us to get our daggone they're not allowing us to get our discounted cars. So I told them, hey, look, I'm gonna go message every single dealer in the country that has an allocation, and not a single one told me they will apply an employee discount. Not a single dealer. I don't care how good a dealership was. I emailed every dealership. Crazy. So, and hell, I told Dodge, I told people, like higher people from Dodge, I'm not gonna say exactly who, but I told them, hey, look, y'all can literally open up a dealership, your own, well, not really a dealership, but like, let's say a delivery center on Indian reservations. And those dealership lobbies, they can't touch you. because they don't have any jurisdiction on Indian land. So I was like, all you gotta do is have a parking deck built right beside a casino, deliver the customer's car there, and then all you gotta do is have like a rental car booth inside the casino, where all they gotta do is sign the paperwork for the car. You pull the daggone car down from the parking lot deck, and they go drive off in their brand new car. And while they're waiting, they can go hit the slots. I'm pretty sure that some casinos or Indian reservations, they will love that idea. Because who wouldn't love the opportunity to bring people who have just spent thousands upon thousands of dollars for these vehicles? Like people don't spend like 120 some $1,000 for a Demon 170, and you had them go sit around for like 30, 40 minutes while their Demon is getting pulled up and all that crap. They go play the slots and stuff. I mean, that would be freaking awesome. And I'm telling you this, if Dodge does that, or one of these other manufacturers does that suggestion, because I said this on a video too, that I want a commission for this, because that is like the easiest way that they can get around these damn dealerships. But Hickory sauce, Demon 170 is slower than the 5.7. I mean, we never know. I mean, we'll find out if we see a video about one getting oh yeah, top speed, yeah. Now the funny part, I'll tell you this, my Ram TRX, the one thing I hated about my Ram TRX was that its speed limit to 117. So a Durango 392 was trying to race me on the a Durango 392 tried to race me on the highway. I destroyed him, but once that 117 hit, I'm like, ugh. And as I know, boom, flew right past me. So trust me, I know about having a Hellcat engine and it be slower than a non-supercharged car. The TRX is a prime example of that. That's one thing I hate about the TRX. I wish there was a street TRX without all that off-road crap in there, without that damn governor on there. But the TRX is like, it's worse. 117. That's crazy. You can hit 117 in TRX fast. You got all-wheel drive. I mean, I swear you can probably hit 0 to 100 in TRX in like maybe less than 10 seconds. The car just keeps jumping, hooking. Hey, what's up, Destroyer 1320? I've been on here a while. I've been over 2 hours. Non-stop yakking. But yeah, it's just crazy. I just think this whole controversy is really gonna bring the values down. I mean, like I said, you got the whole controversy with 149 horsepower crap, and Dodge is going behind on the website trying to take all that crap down. But they forgot that it's still in their YouTube videos that they said that the car goes 215 miles per hour. Then you got the whole thing about all these Demon 170s coming damaged from the factory, right? One of the guys, I'm gonna wait to see if he posts a video about it, but he had a Demon 170 that had a Carfax report on it before he bought the car, because his Demon 170 was repainted at a dealership before it reached his dealership. So got that crap. There's other guys who they found overspray in certain parts of their car. It took a paint gauge to the Demon 170 and it's been repainted, right? So, and I know guys are about to file lawsuits against Dodge about this crap, because especially the one guy who got lied to his face that his car was just simply delayed, and they lied to his face that it wasn't at a body shop, even though he has proof it was in a body shop. I mean, it's kind of hard for a fake Carfax on Demon 170 that he's not taking delivery of. Let's see, you got the 149 horsepower crap. You got the Demons coming damaged. Oh, then you got the Demons about to pop up with the corrosion, right? There's Demon 170s. I think there's gonna be a lot of them. There's gonna be a lot of Demon 170s that's gonna have the whole crap with them being corroded on the bottom side of it, right? One of the guys, I talked to one of the owners. His whole underside of his car, cause he was one of those guys that's gonna just put his car up and just let it sit as a collector thing. But he put his car up on the lift. He looks underneath his car. The whole bottom side of his car is corroded. So you about to have a lawsuit about that crap. So you got So you got the 149 mile per hour crap, and Dodge cover up the whole 215 crap. So you got that, which is a potential lawsuit. Then you got the whole demons coming painted from the factory. That's a lawsuit. Then you got the whole bottom side of the demons coming corroded. That's a lawsuit. Um, Let me see. You gonna have a you. Well, I'll let the cat out of bag, but you're gonna have a lawsuit against these dealers who lied on MSRP paperwork. So that's like another lawsuit, right? So you're gonna have potentially 4 to 5 lawsuits just over demons alone this year. I guarantee you. There are gonna be so many lawsuits that I don't I don't know. I think it's gonna kill Dodge's reputation. I mean, getting rid of him is already like a bad thing, but these lawsuits are gonna just pile up. Yo, but decided I need your help. So basically, I consider getting an SRT 392. Do you think the next 2-3 years prices will climb or drop or stay the same? I think they're going to drop because Dodge's reputation is going to be in the toilet. Like just like I saw at the auction, 2018 Demons, 2018 Demons are selling for 105K. Like that is crazy. A 500, I think it was a 590 mile 2018 Demon for $105,000. That was crazy. 392s, I mean, they're like a dime a dozen. So there are so many 392s out there. There's no way these idiots are going to keep the values for those cars that daggone high. There's no way. No way. I guarantee you're going to still find in the next year or two 392s and Hellcats still sitting on dealership lots unsold because Dodge's reputation is going to go down in the tank. They're going to get hit with so many different lawsuits. They're going to be covered on the news, like actual news, right? I mean, and then like we haven't even gotten to like the whole lawsuits that's going to happen with dealerships. And then I haven't even said anything about the Durango Hellcat lawsuit. So I mean, Dodge and Stellantis is going to basically have maybe. Oh God! I mean, hell, wouldn't it? If they're not class actions, they could probably have double-digit lawsuit just over demons in 1 year, right? Unless they're class actions, like if they're just lawsuits from individual people, there's a lot of people that will sue Dodge for over this crap. I mean, and as I showed in the beginning of the live stream, right? These cars are sitting outside, and there was plenty of opportunity for them to basically have tents outside for these cars to stay in while they were sitting there at the plant, right? They could have did that crap because I showed you guys. If you look at Sterling Heights Assembly Plant, there's a tent sitting outside where they repaired those vehicles at, and there are body shops within the plant that paints these vehicles. So I think that one guy's D170 got repainted. I think his car got painted while in transport. They took his car off the transport, sent it to a dealership to fix it, and then put it back on transport. Because typically a car that gets damaged at the plant, they will paint it at the plant. And since that plant does not report the Carfax, you would never know if that car was repainted. But since that guy's car probably got damaged in actual transport, they took it off. They took it off the daggone truck, took it to a dealership, and that dealership reported on their Carfax, and then put it right back on the truck, and then sent it down to I don't know if he's in Texas or whatever, but send it back down there, and then he did some investigation, and boom, his car already has a Carfax report. So his car already has a diminished value to it. Have you seen how much the prices are going down in 2018 Demon and the special last call models today? Yeah, I just said it earlier. 2018 Demons are going cheap. Like I said, the cheapest one I saw was 105K for a 590 mile 2018 Demon. 590 miles. Like the auction was filled with 2018 Demons, and they was all under 150K, all of them, and they all had low miles. Like I think the highest mile one had maybe 2,000 miles on it, and I think one of them sold for like 125, 130, with like a couple hundred miles and a Demon crate. Like it was crazy. Let's see. Yeah, and special edition cars. I mean, I saw one like the Swinger ones. I thought the Swinger ones was the best looking sticker pack car that they made, And I saw a swinger with probably like a couple hundred miles. It went for 85K. So it actually did more money than I would have thought it would have did. Um, so it depends on those sticker pack cars. I still have not seen a King of Daytona in person. No one is driving that car. Not a King Daytona, but a Black Ghost. I have not seen a Black Ghost in person. Like no one is sending those cars to auction. I think no one wants to get embarrassed of how much money those cars aren't going to bring home from the auction. Also knows the 170 prices are slow on going down because of the amount of. Oh yeah, um, the 170 prices are definitely going down. I mean, they're still right there at the 200K range only because people are basically paying that amount at the dealerships, right? I mean, there's still guys that are still paying 70, 80, 90 grand for D170s. And I'm going like, why? But I think after this whole speed limiter thing, and once videos come out about them cars being damaged, being corroded and stuff, I think you're gonna start seeing D170s in like the 120, 130K over sticker range at dealerships. Hold on. Do you think truck prices will get higher or lower? Psh, hell, truck prices are going up. I mean, hell, they're like, especially with that new hurricane, they're gonna jack prices up. They're not. I mean, how many times have we seen prices of a vehicle go down? We always see a vehicle go up in price like $1,000 to $2,000 every single year. The only way that price is going to go down is if they offer a manufacturer rebate to move it. But other than that, they're not going to drop prices. They're like, I don't think we'll ever see a car or a vehicle from Stellantis that's going to go through a price reduction the next model year. The only way it's going to happen is a factory rebate. That's it. There's no way. I just don't see it. People were giving away the 22 Demon because they needed to pay for the 170. Plus, they thought they were inferior to the 170. Exactly. Mopar, that's exactly right. And I said to somebody, I'm like, so many people got rid of 2018 Demons because they thought that the 170 was way better than that car. And so many people, like I know guys who gave away 50 to 100 mile Demon 170s for less than 120K to the dealer because the dealer basically crapped their trade value. But the guys had no option to go against that crap because if it did, they was out of Demon 170. So they had to take the lower value on the 2018 car or they didn't get a Demon 170. It was already crazy that I seen guys, they VIN matched their 2018 car, but they had to get rid of the 2018 car to get the VIN match car, right? I mean, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Like there's probably gonna be a bunch of VIN match cars that the other person cannot get that car back unless the person they sold to sells it back to them. Like it just stupid the stuff that's going on. And I told a buddy earlier. I think I told him in like August, September. He was like, "Man, should I really be paying 100K over this D170?" Like, dude, it's going to drop in value. Trust me. These cars are going to drop in value. No one's going to be paying this much money in 4 to 6 months because the economy is going in the tank. Interest rates are going up. No one has $50,000 to $100,000 sitting in their pocket just to spend on markup and then pay $1,600, $1,700 a month in car payments. There may be a lot of Mopar fans, but not a lot of people who have $60,000 in their pocket and can pay $17 a month. You might I mean, even flippers can't afford that much money because most flippers have to basically buy multiple cars to flip. So they don't have that extra money in their pocket. I mean, I know of one guy, right? He was basically a flipper. And what he was doing was he was taking deposits from multiple people on one car. So one car, he took like maybe 5, 6 deposits. That way he could pay the deposit on another D170. And then when one car came in, he would give that D170 like a 70, 80K markup to the person to give him the most problems. And then when he gets that money, he put that money on another D170 that he got from a dealer for like 70K. So that flipper guy, he's in trouble now. Yeah. flipper guy, he's in trouble now. Yeah. But yeah, I did see 170 that was on Carfax for something around 125K. Yep. Mm-hmm. But yeah, well, like I said, one guy, he has a Carfax report that his car was at a dealership and it was getting repaired. Is my son still up? It's like 1 o'clock. But but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Sound like my son's still up, so I'm gonna chat you guys another time. I'm gonna probably try to have a video about the whole 149 mile per hour thing, maybe tomorrow, because I do have some insight from people at Dodge and the whole Hennessy race thing. So I'm trying to get a couple of videos out this week. I literally just got back from Chicago and I was up for like 40 some hours, so I didn't have enough time to or sleep to actually make a video for tonight. That's why I wanted to live stream. And then I told you guys earlier in the stream about one of the guys trying to scam me to get them to get a car at MSRP, even though they're a freaking scammer. So there's a lot of stuff to talk about. I still got to talk about the dealer who scammed me to pay a straw buyer a markup money and then kind of screw me out of a car. So plenty of stuff to talk about. You're gonna see me having live streams more often. I gotta just find the right time. So maybe something a little bit earlier. That way we'll be here at 1 o'clock at night. Oh, look at your nephew. Yeah, go put your cousin to sleep. But yeah, I'm see all y'all guys later. So until the next time, I'm out.